Hey everybody, welcome on our channel. In this video we are gonna see, what if Naruto got harem with Azula, Korra and Suyin. Part 1. Huge shout out to SHADOWS82 for this story. If you are new on the channel, don't forget to subscribe our channel and like the video too. So without wasting any more time, let's start the story. Naruto watched in horror as the ship he was on sank beneath the waves. Kurama has been around for a very long time. He never seen a storm like this before. Kid, find something that floats. Kurama shouted. Naruto spots a wooden desk floating barely. Naruto swims over to the desk and holds on for dear life. What else could go wrong? Naruto said to himself. No sooner than he said that a loud roar could be heard above him. As Naruto looks up, he sees a flying red serpent dragon. It swoops down, grabs Naruto and flies away. Flashback, 12 hours earlier. Naruto is having a very bad day. Thanks to Jiraiya's research, Naruto is being chased again. This mob of angry women are much larger than the last one. Damn that old pervert. When I find him, I am going to kill him. One of the women thrown a bar of soap at Naruto. It hit him on the back of the head, causing him to fall. The mob swarmed and started to beat the crap out of him. Later that night at the inn, Naruto glares at Jiraiya. What? Jiraiya asked in an innocent tone. Naruto sighed. When are you going to stop with these sick perversions of yours? Never. Naruto face bombs. Why do I even bother? I should have stayed in Konoha and let the closet pervert teach me. I hope that Makoto and Ino aren't fighting again. He thought. Jiraiya grins as his perverted sense tingled. Oh. Think of your girls again. Nine Tails chakra formed around Naruto. Pervy sage, I suggest you stop there. Otherwise, you might lose your favorite body part. Jiraiya gulped, not wanting a repeat of what happened last time. Anyways, let's talk about your training. Have you mastered the third chakra control exercise yet? The Nine Tails chakra vanished and Naruto grins. Mastered it this morning. Good, here you go. Jiraiya hands a new scroll with the emblem of a 4. Another chakra exercises. How many are there? 12 the last time I checked. Naruto's eyes twitched. 12, are you kidding me? Calm down, brat, because of the fox your chakra control is worse than the average genin. You need to have near perfect chakra control. Otherwise you won't be able to use the jutsu I plan to teach you. Naruto groans. How long will it take me to reach that level of training? Jiraiya starts counting his fingers. At the rate you going, I'd say 2 years 7 months. Naruto's eye twitched. That's it. I am going to find a new teacher. All he does is peep at women and brush me off. Naruto thought as he got an idea. The next morning Jiraiya wakes up and has a funny feeling. He looks over at Naruto sleeping in his bed. Must been my imagination. Jiraiya thought as he gets out of bed. From the window a large ship leaves port. Naruto enters his cabin. I gave my shadow clone enough chakra to last several months. All I need to do is get to Whirlpool and continue training. Naruto thought. Hey kid, where's the pervert? Kurama yawned. Oh, good morning Kurama. I got tired of his research, so I decided to leave. We are going to Whirlpool to train. About time. We can finally resume our training. You're still not ready to use all of my chakra. Kurama said. I am aware, but there are several things I want to learn as well. My father's jutsu for one. Kid, you may have learned to the second Hokage's version. But your father's is more advanced. He had to reach level 7 seal mastery. For him to improve the flying thunder god. Kurama said. Sounds like you and mom were close. Kurama grins. We were. Kushina was able to help me overcome my rage for humanity. They used my father's gift of chakra for selfish reasons. Had it not been for that blasted Uchiha, she would be alive today. Kurama growled. We will get him, Kurama. I promise you that. Thanks kid. Kurama said. It was Kushina's dying wish that Kurama looked after Naruto. This is one promise Kurama kept. Anyone who harms Naruto would answer to him. Naruto goes into his bag and pulls out paper and ink. Shadow clone jutsu. 7 clones appeared. Alright guys, get to it. While his clones practice calligraphy, Naruto leaves his cabin. He goes to the deck. I need to try to use that one jutsu. Naruto thought. Flashback, Valley of the End. Naruto stood there as he felt Sasuke's Chidori pierce his chest. Ino stood behind Naruto in shock while Sakura was grinning. Sakura walks up to Sasuke to be by his side. He protected me. Ino thought. Hope you're in the way. I need to kill this worthless girl to get my Mangekyou Sharingan. Ino feels her heart being crushed. He planned this. Ino thought. Baka. You're always in Sasuke's way. You have fallen far, team. You used Ino to gain power, but you never saw her true value. She's beautiful, smart and a capable Kunoichi. You're a fool for not seeing it. Said Naruto, causing Ino to blush. Naruto coughs up blood. Why are you betraying the village? Sasuke laughed. For revenge, dope. I know it was the council that ordered my clan to be massacred. Once I kill my brother for his role I will return. Ino felt a shiver running down her spine. I will slaughter every person in Konoha. Leaving only Sakura and my sister Makoto alive. Both of them will bear my children, and my clan will rule all of the land of fire. With me as daimyo." Sasuke started laughing. Naruto uses more of Kurama's chakra and kicks Sasuke in the gut. Sasuke flew back several feet, die with her then full fire style fireball jutsu. "Naruto move," Ino shouted. To her horror, Naruto stood his ground. Out of instinct, Naruto moves his hands in a motion. The flame circles around Naruto and shot back at Sasuke. "What?" Sasuke said in shock. Sasuke jumps out of the way, but he wasn't fast enough. He received second-degree burns on his left arm. Flashback ends. "Still haven't figured out how to do that move?" Kurama asked. "It has been hours and still nothing," Naruto said as he decides to call it a day. As the sun starts to set, Naruto sees a storm off in the distance. "That can't be good," he thought. "Kid, you might want to get your bag. I sense that storm is not normal," Kurama said. Naruto nodded and went to his cabin. As he grabs his back, the ship lurched to port. Naruto hits his head on the wall. Blood poured from his face. "You alright?" Kurama asked. A woman screams. "The ship is sinking," a man shouted. Naruto's ninja training kicked in as he leaves his quarters. The entire hallway is flooding with water. Right now, the water is ankle deep. Naruto sees where the woman's scream came from. A pregnant woman was pinned under a wooden pillar. Her husband tries to free her. "Someone help." Naruto runs over to help the couple. "Hold the pillar still." The husband nods as Naruto forms in Rasengan, then starts cutting through the pillar. "Once I am done, remove the top piece first. Or it might fall on your wife." "Okay." Once cut in half, both the husband and Naruto removes the pillar. Naruto helps up the pregnant woman. The three of them reach the deck. The only lifeboat left. The sailor stops Naruto and the couple. "We only have enough room for two." "Bet on," Naruto said. "But." Naruto gave them a reassured smile. To the husband. "It's alright." The wave slams into the ship. The force of the water was powerful enough to send Naruto flying. He landed several yards away and was dragged away from the ship. Following morning. As dawn, Naruto finds himself in a strange place. As he stands up, he sees two dragons, one red and the other blue. Hello," Naruto said nervously. The dragons nods to Naruto. Kurama appears on Naruto's shoulder. "Ran and Xiao. I thought I recognized you." "Friends of yours?" Naruto asked. "Indeed. We haven't spoken in a long time." Xiao laughs. "Over a century, give or take. I take it the boy is your vessel?" "Indeed. I didn't realize we were near your home." Naruto approached the red dragon and bows. "Thank you for saving me." "You're welcome, hatchling." Kurama laughs. "What is the place?" "This was once home to the Sun Warriors. After Avatar Aang's death, the Fire Nation conquered the world. Many civilizations were lost due to the Fire Lord's ambitions. The Sun Warriors sacrificed themselves for Ran and I to flee. The great calamity that followed spelled the end of the Age of Bending." "You might be wrong about that." "Oh?" Xiao asked. Kurama laughs. "The kid is a firebender." "Really? That changes thing." "He is still trying to figure out how to bend though." Ran looks at Xiao, who nods. "There is one that could teach the boy his lost heritage. Go to the ruins, there you will find what you're searching for. Be warned, once you step foot on this path your life would forever change." Naruto nods as he walks towards the ruins. "Do you think he would be able to unseal the princess?" "For her sake I hope so." Ruins. 30 minutes later. Naruto enters in the remains of the largest building. "So, I take it this Fire Nation was before your father's time?" Naruto ducks under a fallen beam. "Yes. How much time before is unknown. The age of calamity that followed last thousands of years. The world is far different than it is today. Do you hear a whirling sound? It's coming from the next room." Naruto and Kurama find a large crack in the wall. "In here." Naruto squeezes through the crack and sees a massive sphere of wind with several rings. One of fire, water and rocks. "I take it this is what your friends were talking about." Kurama enters his seal. "Careful kid, there's a lot of energy being produced by that thing," Kurama said. Naruto approached the sphere. Inside he could see someone. "Well Naruto, it's now or never." As he touches the sphere, he has a vision. Vision? Naruto is in a massive courtyard filled with almost 100 soldiers. Naruto sees a young man around his age standing on podium. The left side of his face is burnt. That must have hurt, Naruto thought. Standing next to the man, a young woman around Naruto's age. One has dark skin and hair, dressed in a backless red dress. "Bring out the prisoners." Naruto looks to his left to see a young man a few younger than him. Bald with a strange arrow tattoo on his forehead. The second person is a young woman with long black hair, golden amber eyes and dressed in tattered clothes. "Our nation has spread throughout the entire world. The Earth Kingdom and all of its allies are ashes." The soldiers cheered. Naruto glares at the man. "He reminds me of Sasuke," Naruto thought. "All is left is to remove the last resistance." Lord Zuko. Lord Zuko. The soldiers shouted. Zuko looks at the bold young man Avatar Aang. Normally I wouldn't do this. But you saved my life, so in return I offer you a choice. Aang looks at Zuko, his rage in his eyes. I will allow you and your girlfriend Katara to leave. All you have to do is seal my former sister Azula away. What? Azula looks at Aang. It's alright Aang, save Katara and escape. No. You're my best friend, I couldn't. What is it going to be, Avatar? Azula gave Aang a look. You have no options left, my friend. Azula said. I grow tired of this, take Katara back to the dungeon, I will have fun with her later. Wait. Zuko looks at Aang. Well. I'll do it. The soldier approached Aang, however before releasing his bind Zuko nodded. Another soldier got behind Katara and pressed his blade against her throat. Once his hands were freed, Aang enters the Avatar state. I am truly sorry. It's alright. Azula said. The sky starts to turn black as an ominous eclipse begins. Aang formed a wind sphere followed by rings of rocks, fire and water. As Aang finished sealing his friend away, he lifts the sphere high in the air. Ran and Xiao swoops in and caught the sphere before flying away. For this action Zuko nods to the soldier. Aang sees the blood spray from Katara's neck. No. Aang shouted as goes into a full enraged state. No longer caring if he dies as well, he just kept charging. Flames and arrows pierced Aang's body as he falls mere inches from Zuko. Naruto closes his eyes and prays for Aang. Rest in peace, Avatar Aang. Know that I will help and protect your friend with my life. Thank you. Aang said as he dies, while in the Avatar state. Zuko looks confused. Vision, Azula's Pav. Azula standing in the middle of Konoha in the middle of the night. Where am I? Aang appeared in front of Azula. You're seeing the memories of the young man who is touching your seal. Aang. But how? I am just a remnant of Avatar Aang. I wanted to make sure the person to freeze you has a pure heart. 7-year-old Naruto runs through Azula as he tries to get away from the crowd. Get back here, demon. Azula and Aang decides to follow the crowd. They would regret doing that. They watch the crowd beat up Naruto. Then use him for target practice a half an hour later. Has the Fire Nation become so low they would attack a defenseless child? The time fast forward to Naruto during the 6 weeks of D-rank missions. Waiting for his team. Naruto has over 24 books that he borrowed from the library. After finished reading one, Naruto goes over to a tree. Azula and Aang saw several more memories of Naruto's past. This Naruto reminds me of you before joining my team. Like you, he hides his true self behind a mask. He's far stronger than everyone believes him to be. Naruto appeared before Azula and Aang. Where am I? Are you Azula? I am. Wow, you're very beautiful. Azula blushes at Naruto's compliment. Naruto looks away when sees Azula's undergarment. Aang smiles. I knew he would be the one to save Azula. Aang thought. Anyways, could one of you please explain what is going on? As you saw Azula's memories, I sealed her away to protect her from Zuko. I have a request, please take Azula with you. What? This is not a world anymore and she needs to start over. I would feel better knowing she is in good hands. Azula looks at Aang. I don't think this is a good idea. Naruto grins. I have no problem taking her back to Konoha. Azula eyes widen. You barely know me, Naruto. It's fine. Aang approached Naruto. I am in your debt, Naruto Uzumaki. As thanks, I have a gift for you. Aang places his hand on Naruto's forehead. Naruto could feel a rush of power course through him. Aang's eyes widened when he sensed a familiar energy within Naruto. I see. Aang thought. The reason why you can't firebend is because of your seal. I have strengthened your firebending so the seal won't affect it anymore. Naruto bows. Thank you, Avatar Aang. Azula starts crying. Please don't leave me, Aang. He gave her a sad smile. I am sorry, my friend, but your time in this world is not over. One day we will meet again. I will tell the others you're in good hands. Naruto opens his eyes and sees Azula laying on the floor. He takes off his jacket and puts on Azula to protect dignity. He then picks her up bridal style, then leaves. Azula wakes up as the sun starts to set. Naruto is trying to learn the dancing dragon. Ah, you're awake. You must be hungry. Naruto walks over to the campfire and picks up a fish on a stick. He hands it to Azula. Thank you. You're welcome. Naruto takes 2 larger fish, then gives them to Ran and Xiao. I know you will need time to think and adjust. I will be here when you need me. Thank you. I have a question. Why hide your abilities? Naruto rubs the back of his head. A lot of people back home hate me. I thought it'd be best if I hide my abilities. You and I are not so different. Like you, I hid my potential and tried to be there for Zuko. But that cost me everything. I don't want you to make the same mistake with Sasuke. Naruto looks down at the ground. Azula has an idea. You're looking for a sensei. I will teach you how to firebend. Naruto smiles. Really? I will also teach you other things. Including dropping that mask of yours. Like you, that will take time. Azula smiles for the first time in a long time. We got 3 years. Are you ready? Hi Azula-sensei. At some rest we start training at first light. Naruto pulls out a spare bedroll out of a storage scroll. Thank you. Both Naruto and Azula goes to bed right next to Ran and Xiao. As the sun starts to rise, Azula was the first to stir. Why am I hearing a heartbeat? She thought as she opens her eyes. Azula starts to blush as she realizes her head is on Naruto's chest. She starts releasing killer intent as she raises her hand. As she was about to throw a punch, Kurama appeared on Naruto's shoulder. Just so you know, the kid is still on his side of the camp. Azula eyes widened. Why did I? Before Kurama could answer, Naruto starts to stir. Naruto sits up and rubs his eyes. He sees Azula sitting on her bedroll. Good morning. Why is your face red? Are you sick, Azula? No, I am fine. Anyways, let's begin. Kurama laughs, causing Naruto to raise an eyebrow. What's so funny? Nothing. Time skip, 7 months later. Ran and Xiao saw the progress Naruto was making and were impressed with the boy. Naruto rolls under Azula's blue flames and does a spinning kick, knocking Azula off of her feet. Naruto places his finger at Azula's neck. This match is mine. Azula. Nicely done, Naruto. Naruto helps Azula to her feet. We will continue with lightning bending after lunch. Then you can continue your training with Ran and Xiao. Naruto received the memories of the shadow clone he left with Jiraiya. Can we take a break? 5 minutes. Naruto smiles as he watches Azula walks away. Beautiful. Kid, you're so whipped. Kurama laughed. Summoning jutsu. Amakichi hops out of the smoke. Hey Naruto, what is up? Amakichi, how are you? Great. Amakichi sees Azula. Hey Naruto, is that your girl? Naruto grinned. Yes, she is. He instantly blushes when he realizes what he said. You have good taste. Anyways, what you need? I need you to send a message to Konoha. Tsunade's office, 1 week later. What do you mean you lost Naruto? Tsunade said as she smashed her desk. You see Tsunade, he tricked me by using a shadow clone. Shizune enters the office as Tsunade falls in her chair. Damn it, Jiraiya. I told the council you were training Naruto seriously. He probably got sick of your research and left. Amakichi appears in Tsunade's lap near the desk. He asked. What do you want? Tsunade said in a flat tone. If you are going to act that way, I will go home. I will take Naruto's message with me. Tsunade's eyes widened. Could you please give it to me? Amakichi hands Tsunade the scroll. Seeing there was a sealing array inside, she looks at Jiraiya. After handing it over, Jiraiya places it on the ground and applied chakra to it. In a poof of smoke, a shadow clone appeared. Bachan and Pervy Sage. Tsunade leaks killer intent. Where are you hiding, brat? The shadow clone takes a step back. Careful, I am a shadow clone. You might want to rethink on punching me. Okay, fine. Did you need to return to Konoha? You're in a lot of trouble. No, I am not. The pass I have allows me to remain outside of Konoha for training. Unless the Hokage orders me to return. You better have a good reason for leaving, Jiraiya. Or I will recall you. Naruto looks at Jiraiya. I do. The training I was receiving wasn't helping. Tsunade glares at Jiraiya. So I decided to go to Whirlpool. You're in Whirlpool? Not at the moment. Let's just say I found a sensei that is training me to use my Kekkei Genkai. Tsunade eyes widened. You have a Kekkei Genkai? Chakra chains. You're not going to guess it. Anyways, I am returning to Konoha in a few months. For the Chunin exams. Also, I want my heritage revealed. You know? Naruto looks at Jiraiya. I know since I was 4. Anyways, I request my heritage to be made public. I can't do that unless you show you're strong enough to protect yourself, brat. Naruto has a smirk. Alright, what if I win the Chunin exams? Tsunade, Shizune and Jiraiya laughs their asses off. But their eyes widen when Naruto wasn't laughing. You're serious? Very. Tsunade raised an eyebrow. Let's make a bet. If I win the Chunin exams, you have made the announcement. At the first council meet after the exams. What if you lose? What do I get? I am aware you have a large debt that's still outstanding. I will use my clan's bank account to settle your debt. Tsunade thought for a moment. Deal. You have 3 months before the next Chunin exams. Be back a week before. You can't be serious. He's nowhere near ready to protect himself. You will be surprised, Pervy Sage. Oh, before I go, I need citizenship papers. For whom? Naruto blushes. Both Tsunade and Shizune noticed. When I return to Konoha, my sensei is coming with me. Tsunade smiles. I am assuming by the way you're blushing it's a girl. Jiraiya starts giggling. Her name is Azula. She is amazing. In many ways she reminds me of you, Bachan. You two would get along well. Can't wait to meet her. After the shadow clone poof, Jiraiya returns to his serious face. Tsunade, there is no way Naruto will be strong enough to protect himself. Not from Iware Kumo. Let's see how Azula's training helps Naruto. We will go from there. Agreed. Fine. But Naruto and Azula. Azula watched Naruto trying to create a new firebending style. Azula was unaware that Xiao is behind her. I notice you've been watching the boy more in the last few months. I am his sensei, I need to keep an eye on him. Oh? Is that what you're telling yourself? You've been using Naruto as your pillow for months. Azula's entire face turns red, causing Xiao to laugh. I've been around humans long enough to know you're in love with Naruto. I am not. Your mind might not accept it yet. But your heart has. What do I do? Take your time. Both Azula and Xiao watch Naruto get tackled by an orange and red baby dragon. The dragon licks Naruto's whisker, marks Furia, flare, that tickles. He laughed. It seems you have competition. Azula laughs for a second. Is it alright to love Naruto? Azula thought. 3 weeks later. Naruto and Azula ride Xiao. I will drop you off outside of your clan's former village. There you continue your training. We are in your debt, Xiao. If you ever need Azula or my help, seek us out. No need. The cloaked figure watches them fly overhead. You may have escaped your seal. But you haven't escaped my grasp. The cloaked figure said. Naruto and Azula watched Xiao fly away before they started walking. So, what could you tell me about your clan? The Uzumaki clan were one of 3 of the oldest clans in the elemental nations. They were known for the sealing art. Sadly, during the Second Shinobi War they were massacred by 4 nations. I am sorry. Naruto smiles. It's fine. I decided to come here because I want to honor my clan. And to learn their ways. Any knowledge we find will be brought back with us. Admirable, Naruto. As they reach the top of a hill they see the ruins of Uzumaki. It must have been something before the massacre. Why is the village circle a giant lake? Azula asked. Legends say that the Uzumaki guardian deity lives at the bottom of the lake. Azula raised an eyebrow. A deity? I am not sure if it's true or if it's a legend. But from the stories that it's a massive turtle. That sounds familiar, Azula thought. Naruto gives Azula once over. Before we start looking for relics or books, perhaps we should let you get a change of clothes. Azula still wearing her ruined clothes and Naruto's orange jacket. I didn't think it would be right. I am not an Uzumaki. Naruto takes Azula's hand. It will be fine, Azula. Beside, I know you would look beautiful in anything. Azula blushes. Kurama laughs at Azula's reaction. Kid, you know how to play with the poor girl's heartstrings. So are you going to tell her how you feel? Kurama asked. Later, when we get back to Konoha. Naruto thought. I will agree, but on one condition. You agree to get a change of clothes as well. Fair enough. About an hour later they found a clothing shop. While half of the shop was set on fire, the other half was left untouched. There was only a few clothing options open to them. Naruto steps out of the changing room first. He is wearing a blood-red, long-sleeved, hooded cloak whose tail comes down to his upper calves. A black Uzumaki swirl on the back. A sleeveless black shirt with a black jacket that has blood-red lining along the edges. Black trousers and black leather Anbu boots. To honor his clan, Naruto changed the sash of his headband. Now Uzumaki red instead of blue. Naruto walks towards the counter and puts money for his outfit on the counter. Thank you for the clothes. Azula steps out of the dressing room. Wearing a black sleeveless shirt with a red and black jacket. Black Anbu pants, black and grey knee-high boots. Azula finally was able to fix her hair. Instead of it being down to her waist, she put it back into a tight pulled bun. 2 strands on either side of her face. So beautiful. Azula blushes while Kurama appeared on Naruto's shoulder. Holding a sign with 10 on it. Azula smiled. Thank you. Naruto puts more money on the counter to pay for Azula's outfit. She looks confused. I did it out of respect. The people who worked here put a lot of effort into making these outfits. I wanted to honor that. Azula nods as Naruto left the store. Naruto creates 1,000 shadow clones. Once each team received their mission they took off. Can I ask you something? Azula walks up to Naruto. Anything. Have you seen this level of destruction before? A few times. Does it get any easier? No. Naruto sighs. Let's make camp. I want to train to get my mind off this. Azula watched Naruto walk away before she got a chill running down her spine. She looks around for a few moments. She then follows Naruto unaware she was being watched from a tree. The cloaked figure watches her 3 more days before the eclipse. Then you will be mine, Azula. The cloaked figure thought. Night, 1 a.m. Azula tosses and turns in her bedroll trying to get some sleep. Damn it. She thought before looking at Naruto. Azula, if you can't sleep, you're more than welcome to sleep next to me. She blushes as she realized her secret was out. How long? Since the second night. I woke up an hour before you did. You were tired, so I decided to let you sleep. Blushing, Azula walks over to Naruto. Are you sure you're okay with it? Naruto nods, causing Azula to climb in Naruto's bedroll. She puts her head on Naruto's chest. To her surprise, Naruto kisses her on the head. Good night. Yes, good night, Naruto. Azula's heart is racing so fast she thought her heart would explode. Kurama rolls on the ground in Naruto's mindscape. Man, Kushina would love this. Oh. Damn it, my tails got tangled again, Kurama shouted. A of the Eclipse. It's almost 9 in the morning. Naruto finished mastering level 8 seals. It took me only an hour to recreate my father's jutsu. But these level 8 seals are insane. He thought as he a splash. Azula just finished bathing in the lake. She is wearing a red bath robe. Azula picked it because the small size allows her to show off her legs. She decided to take Kurama's advice and see if Naruto was interested in her. Flashback, 3 a.m. Azula wakes up to a fluffy tail tickling her nose. Kurama sitting right in front of her face. Want to know a secret? Azula puts a finger to her lips. Relax, kid wore himself out with training today. You can scream in his ear and nothing will happen. What secret? Kurama laughs. I know you are in love with the kid. What? Azula covers her mouth and looks at Naruto. Still asleep and snoring away. I sense emotions of all living things. So it is easy for me to know. Do you want to know if he feels the same way? I'm listening. Flashback ends. Azula decided to start off slow and shows off her left leg as she dries it with a towel. Naruto hears a noise and looks to his left. Instantly his entire face turns red, his heart is pounding like crazy. Look away, you idiot. Why am I not looking away, Naruto thought. Naruto hears Kurama laughing, his eyes widen. Was this your idea, furball, he thought. Hey, I am just trying to be your winged fox. Kurama resumes laughing. Having seen Naruto's reaction, she decided to increase the heat. She begun to use the towel to dry her cleavage. Smoke starts to pour out of Naruto's ears. Azula turns toward Naruto and gives him a smile. With a single finger signaled for him to come to her. Blood gushed from Naruto's nose as he falls to the ground. Azula runs up to Naruto to see if he was alright. Such a beautiful angel. Naruto moaned before passing out. Kurama appeared on Naruto's chest. Well, you got your answer. Azula bends down and kisses Kurama on the head. Thank you. I give you my blessing to be with the kid. I hope you give him a large family. It's one of his dreams besides becoming the Hokage. As Kurama poof away, the cloaked figure appears behind Azula and grabs her. Azula screams, Kid Azula is being abducted. Kurama shouted. Naruto shot straight up to his feet and sees a cloaked figure dragging Azula towards the lake. Naruto gives chase. How strong is he? Kid, you will need to use my chakra to beat him. Kurama said in a serious tone. Kurama's chakra cloak covers Naruto and he picks up speed. He passed the kidnapper, then sends him flying with a roundhouse kick. Azula falls to her knees while Naruto gets into a protective position. You alright? Azula nods, but her hands were trembling. Why is my strength gone? She thought. The cloaked figure walks out of the destroyed house. Not bad. I haven't felt pain like this in a long time. Naruto pulls out a kunai. Who are you? And what do you want Azula for? Naruto said in a deadly tone. The cloaked figure laughed. This is a family matter. But since you might become family one day, I will tell you. The cloaked figure pulls back his hood. Azula is trembling. No, it cannot be. You're supposed to be dead. Firelord Zuko. Naruto said in a serious tone. Former Firelord. Now I accented into godhood. How did you survive? You should be dust in the wind by now. Kid Beckerful, his life energy is unnatural. It almost reminds me of the fallen Sannin. Kurama said. Azula still trembling. No, this cannot be. Zuko laughed at the condition of his sister. What is the matter? Not happy to see me, my dear little sister? Did Orochimaru brought you back? Zuko grins. No. You can thank Avatar Sito for this. He discovered an ancient forbidden relic. Zuko pulls out a strange glowing amulet. It almost looks like a meteor. Naruto thought. This amulet allows me to steal the life force of anyone. It extends my life as well. If I absorb the life force of a firebender, my flames are greatly enhanced. Thanks to the Uzumaki clan life energy, I could survive for thousands of years. Naruto projects killer intent. What did you do to my clan? Zuko laughs. What do you think? As Naruto takes a step, 2 men in black appeared and grabs Naruto by the arms. I didn't even sense them. Kurama said. A young woman, one with white hair, grabs Azula. Zuko approached Naruto. Long ago I made a promise to punish my sister Azula. She betrayed our family. I would not rest until I break her and absorb her life force energy for my own. Zuko fired powerful lightning at Naruto. The lightning pierced through Naruto, leaving a hole. No! Azula shouted as Naruto fell to the ground. Enjoy your last minutes, Azula. By the time the eclipse bends, your life energy will be mine. Sir, what about him? Zuko has a thought. Throw him into the lake. Let's see if the Uzumaki guardian deity saves him. Zuko laughed. The 2 guards throws Naruto into the lake while Azula tries to break free. You can't avenge him if you're dead, my lady Azula. You will get your change. The woman with white hair whispered. Azula looks at the young woman with confusion and rage. Like you, I lost someone important to that monster. Raizetsu bring her. Yes my lord. They go to the beach where a boat waits. They get on board then the boat leaves. Konoha, Tsunade's office. Tsunade just finished the first wave of paperwork. To pass her break time she's playing poker with Hiruzen, Jiraiya and Shizune. To her horror she kept winning. This is bad. She thought. Anbu have Kakashi, Might Guy, Asuma and Kurenai brought to me at once. I have an important mission for them. Tell them to get here on the double. If Kakashi is late I will ban him from buying his favorite book series for life. Naruto's last message said he and his sensei Azula were in Whirlpool. I hope you're still there brat. She thought. Whirlpool. Naruto's body hits the bottom of the lake, damn it kid hold on Kurama said as he forms his chakra cloak around Naruto. I can keep him from dying, but I need help to heal the damage. Kurama said. The sands around Naruto begun to shift as the Uzumaki guardian deity starts to stir. You can't be serious. The Uzumaki's guardian deity is a lion turtle Kurama said in shock. The lion turtle uses energy to form a sphere of light around Naruto. He's helping to heal the kid. Good I can save him. Kurama said as he flares his chakra multiple times. Spirit realm. In Naruto it looks like the forest outside of Konoha. Little spirits all around him watch him with interest. Am I dead? A small spirit tries to get Naruto to go a certain direction alright thank you. Naruto walks until he sees a building what is a tea shop doing in the afterlife. Naruto decides to check it out as he opens the door he sees an old man making tea. Ah welcome young man to my shop. I'm sorry for asking, but is this the afterlife? This is the spirit realm, I guess you might say is the final stop. Where are my manners I am Iroh. The old man laughs. Naruto grins you're Azula's uncle. Iroh looks at Naruto you must be the boy the Aang told me about. For saving my niece I am in your debt Naruto Uzumaki. Iroh bows to Naruto. Two young women enters the shop with a few boxes hey Iroh, where do you want these boxes? My and Ty Lee you could do that later. This is the boy that saved Azula. Ty Lee squealed before she drops the box and hugs Naruto thank you. Ty Lee, you're going to squeeze the life out of him. Mai grins. The Shinigami enters the tea shop ah there you are. I came to fetch you. You're returning to land of the living. Naruto has a serious look good I can rescue Azula and get even with Zuko. Iroh, Ty Lee and my eyes widen he's alive. They shouted. He is thanks to a forbidden relic that Avatar Sito found in his era. Your nephew is causing major problems for me. Iroh sighs I am sorry for my former nephew. Ty Lee has an idea Shinigami-sama I ask that you please allow me to give my knowledge of Kai block to Naruto. Naruto remembers Azula talking about Ty Lee's Kai blocking. It almost reminds him of the Hyuga's gentle fist without the Byakugan. That might allow Naruto to have an advantage against Zuko. Very well, in return I want you Naruto to destroy that artifact. Naruto grins consider it done. Ty Lee's forehead touches Naruto's. He could see all of the memories and hours Ty Lee put into her Kai blocking. Then Naruto receives other memories linked with the Kai blocking. By the end of it Naruto's face was red. Naruto flicked Ty Lee in the forehead. Ouch. What was that for? That was for making me blush. I didn't want all of the girl talk that come with it. Girl talk? Oh no Ty Lee thought. When Ty Lee trains, she would have private talks with either Azula or Mai. Often the talks got very erotic. Ty Lee blush let's pretend that didn't happen. Naruto sighed agreed, anyways thank you Ty Lee. Ty Lee grins marry Azula, we will call it even. Naruto blushed like crazy as the Shinigami sends Naruto back to his body. Naruto's mindscape. Why am I here? The lion turtle appeared you have been returned to your body child of prophecy. But you still need training in order to stop Zuko. Naruto looks down but Azula. As you know time here moves at a fast rate than in the real world. 10 minutes in the real world is a month in here. Can I save Azula without your training? No. Naruto has serious look then what are we waiting for? Spirit world. Iroh looks at the Shinigami if I may ask could you tell me more about Naruto? The TV appeared on the table next to Iroh. Ty Lee and Mai sits at the table. The three of them watched every event in Naruto's life. By the end Ty Lee was crying those damn villagers. How could that do that to Naruto? Mai grins man, I never knew Azula had it in her. Iroh has a new level of respect for Naruto for a young man to endure so much. He's a pure soul. The Shinigami nods indeed, he puts others before himself. He would have made a great avatar. The Shinigami grins what did you do? I did nothing. Whirlpool. Naruto wakes up next to the lake. Ran, Shaw, Furia, Flare, and the lion turtle is beside him. Furia licks Naruto's whisker marks Furia I am up. As Naruto sits up he remembers what happened. Azula. Naruto gets to his feet you had us worried there for a second Kurama said. Eyes. Where did Zuko and Azula go? They went to the south island of Whirlpool. There is a city filled with Zuko's followers. Naruto looks over his shoulder. Thank you for your aid. I am in your debt. The lion turtle starts to fade away. Use what you learn to bring balance to this world. I will, I promise. As the lion turtles disappears, Naruto looks to his friends. Ready to save the fire princess. Always Kit. The morning sky starts to darken as the eclipse begun. Naruto climbs on Ran. Let go guys. Azula doesn't have much time. Konoha. Kakashi bolts into Tsunade's office out of breath. You summoned me, Lady Tsunade. Jiraiya, Might Guy, Asuma and Kurenai is there as well. I want you five to go to Whirlpool Village on the double. I have a bad feeling something has happened to Naruto. You leave at once. Hi. Tsunade and Shizune felt a cold chill as the darkness from the eclipse reached Konoha. This is very bad. Skies above Zuko's island. Naruto eyes widen when he saw that a large city covered the island. Can you tell how many firebenders are there? Kurama is on Naruto's shoulder with his eyes closed. Too many. Wait, I sense a lot of firebenders going towards that massive obelisk. Kurama returns to Naruto's mindscape. Ran, drop me off here. I will signal you if I need you guys. I want to avoid putting Furia in danger. Ran got low enough for Naruto jump off of him. Summoning jutsu. Naruto whispered. Amakichi appers in front of Naruto. What's up? Amakichi, I need you to bring Jiraiya here at once. I need his help, Azula been kidnapped. Amakichi nods before reverse summon himself. Naruto creates 20 shadow clones on the roof. Team 1 get as many firebender clothes and bring them here. While Team 2 scout out the obelisk. As the last clone left, Gamakichi, Jiraiya and his team arrived. I brought them as you asked. Them? Naruto turns around and sees the team. Good, this will make it easier. What kind of mess did you get yourself into this time, brat? Asuma and Kurenai jaw dropped as they see the massive city. Where are we? Long story short, Azula was kidnapped by her evil brother Zuko. He desires to steal her life force from her. And this city is filled with thousands of his followers. Asuma and Kurenai raised an eyebrow. So yeah, that covers it. The first team arrives with several cloaks. Here you go. Naruto received the memories of Team 2. Good, she is at the obelisk. Get changed, we move in 5. Hold on there kid, this mission is far too dangerous for you. Jiraiya was about to reverse summon Naruto, but Kurama appers on Naruto's shoulder. Jiraiya and the others paled seeing Kurama. What have you done? You're so desperate to save her, you cut a deal with the fox. Naruto laughed. No. The truth is Kurama has been free since I was 4. Jiraiya and his team jaw dropped, but I thought that I was a mindless beast of hatred. Well, that part was true before Kushina freed me of my anger. Jiraiya looks at the fox with a serious look. Had it not been for that Uchiha controlling me, she would alive today. You mean the masked man was controlling you? Kurama nods. I made her a promise, I would protect Naruto and the people precious to him. Including his maid Azula. Naruto blushes. They didn't need to know that furball. Kurama laughs. So you all have 2 choices, help or leave. Either way the kid and I are going to save her. All of them looks at each other before nod. Thank you. Kakashi, you once told me you have one of my father's 3-prong kunai. May I borrow it? Sure. Kakashi hands Naruto the kunai. It won't help kid, you need to learn how to use that jutsu. Naruto sees the seal on the handle. Strength, honor, conviction. Naruto smiles before he cuts his finger and puts his own seal on the other side of the handle. Humble, loyalty, protect, balance. Jiraiya's eyes widen. How? For years I chosen to hide my true potential. To tell you the truth, I already mastered all 12 chakra exercises. Jiraiya. At the age of 8. Naruto grins. Jiraiya's jaw dropped. Because of Azula, I am done hiding. Jiraiya grins. I can't wait to meet her. Naruto points the kunai at Jiraiya. I am only going to say this once, pervy sage. If I find out you doing research on Azula, they will never find the body. Kurenai giggles. I like this change. Sadly, I will have to tell Hinata about this. She thought. While Jiraiya and his team puts on the robes, Naruto explained his plan. All of them are shocked. Naruto sound like a seasoned jonin. Both Jiraiya and Kakashi sees Minato instead of Naruto. Are we clear on the plan? All of them nods. Let's go. The team shunshin while Naruto disappeared into a yellow flash. Obelisk. Asuma and Kurenai was on the roof that overlooks the obelisk. Asuma watch Azula being chained to it. That's Azula. Man, Naruto has good taste. Kurenai raised an eyebrow. What was that? Asuma coughed. Nothing. He adjusts his spyglass and spots Zuko. That must be the brother. Yeah, Naruto is right, he reminds me of Orochimaru. The sky turns completely black. Kurenai shudders. You feel it too. The hair on the back of my neck is standing on end. Father once told me, when that happens pay attention. Because you are to bear witness to history. Kurenai raised an eyebrow. Do you believe that? The jury is still out on that one. The shadow clone of Naruto lands besides Asuma. On the clone's shoulder is Kurama ready to do his part. What is the fox going to do? Kurenai asked. Kurama chuckles. You're a Genjutsu master. You're really going to enjoy this. Left of the obelisk. Might Guy decide to remain in the crowd near some of the firebender warriors? Guy-sensei, you will remain hidden next to the obelisk. When they react, make your move. Keep them focus on you. Naruto said. Naruto's asking for me best. I shall show him my flames of youth, Guy thought. Building rooftop, clear view of the obelisk. Jiraiya hates to admit it, but he messed up with Naruto. He compared him to Minato and never saw the real Naruto. After this is over, I will make this right. I will train him the right way. But to no pervy sage. He turns around and sees Naruto standing there. I thought. Shadow clone. The clone nods. I am sure we can both agree. We both messed up on this training trip. Jiraiya nods. How about this? After Azula is safe, we continue our training. Agreed. Alright. Jiraiya smiled. The clone stands next to Jiraiya. So your feelings for the girl, are they serious? The clone blushes. I never felt this way before. Whenever I'm around her, it feels like my body is on fire. Naruto glares at a grinning Jiraiya. Naruto punched Jiraiya in the shoulder. I didn't mean it that way, you perv. I know what you meant. Your father said the same thing when he talked about Kushina. Naruto smiled. I hope I make them proud. Jiraiya puts his hand on Naruto's shoulder. You already have, but there is one thing you need to know. You must marry multiple wives if you desire to restore your parents' clans. The clone sighed. The Clan Restoration Act, I am aware. I don't know how to tell Azula about it. If what you told Tsunade and I is true, she might be okay with it. Just make sure Azula knows she is the matriarch of the house. The clone smiles. Thank you, Jiraiya-sensei. Jiraiya pulls out a camera. I need to capture this moment. The clone sighed as Jiraiya takes a picture. Just like that, the moment is ruined. Back of the obelisk. Naruto, several shadow clones, and Kakashi moves closer. Kakashi is impressed with Naruto. Normally he had to tell him to be quiet several times by now. Naruto hands the three-pronged kunai to a shadow clone. The clone nods as he breaks off from the group. Kakashi and I will take point in rescuing Azula. I will have several clones with us, placing Haration tags around the battlefield. Once Azula is free, a clone will move her to Asuma and Kurenai. Naruto's orders still fresh in Kakashi's mind. Sensei, you would be proud of the man your son has grown into. Kakashi thought. Naruto stops when he sees a woman with long white hair trying to free Azula. As she was about to make the final cut, two warriors stopped her. Well, this complicates things. Naruto thought. Zuko grins as Raizetsu is brought to him. Well, it looks like your plan has failed. Ryuzeta spits in Zuko's face. I will kill you, bastard. My sister and the others you murdered will be avenged. Many of the people looks confused. The clone with Asuma and Kurenai smiled. As I thought, the people doesn't know the truth. Kurama, do you have a jutsu that could help? Kit, I am already ahead of you. This will take a few minutes. Kurama stands up on his back legs. Both Asuma and Kurenai raise an eyebrow. Kurama starts running through hand signs. Asuma drops his cigarette. You got to be kidding me. SHHH. Kurenai said. She was interested in seeing what Kurama was going to do. Obelisk. Naruto waits until Kakashi and his clone was in position. Naruto removes his cloak and punches the soldier in front of him. Three soldiers grabs Naruto and brings him to Zuko. Jiraiya and clone. Aim time. The clone said. Say this plan works, how are we going to stop him? Wait and see. The clone smiles. The clone goes through hand signs and stops on the last sign. What are you doing? Waiting. Naruto, you not supposed to stop on the last hand sign. Normal jutsu, yes. But this a Uzumaki style jutsu. The longer the wait the better. What the hell? Jiraiya thought. Zuko. 10,000 years ago I killed Avatar Aang in Mortal Kombat. You don't get to say his name, monster. Naruto thought as he was brought to Zuko. My lord. Zuko turns around and his jaw dropped. How I killed you? The Uzumaki guardian deity says hello team. He was trying to get past our guards. You done well. I will save you for last. Zuko approached Azula, who is relieved to see Naruto alive. Hey Zuko. Want to see a magic trick? Zuko looks over his shoulder. Huh? Kakashi cuts the rope and frees Azula. As she falls to the ground, Naruto's clone caught her. They disappear in a yellow flash. Now Kurama. Asuma's team. Kitsune Genjutsu. Dance of the Shadow Fox. The entire crowd around the obelisk disappeared in front of Zuko's eyes. What the hell? Where did they go? Kurenai's jaw drop. She looks at Kurama with stars in her eyes. Can you teach me that? Kurama chuckled. Maybe. Jiraiya and the clone. Uzumaki Genjutsu. Oblivion Mind. Jiraiya looks at the clone in shock. He can do a Genjutsu, he thought. All of the civilians become unaware of what is happening around them. All of them are focused on Zuko, Naruto and Raizetsu. Courtyard. The soldier tries to reach to Zuko dynamic entry. I kicks a soldier in the gut, sending him crashing into several soldiers. A firebender launches a flame at Guy. He easily dodged Leaf Hurricane. The firebender behind Guy was about to launch a flame at Guy Chidori. Kakashi runs the soldier through with his lightning blade. Not bad, Kakashi. But the score is 5-1. You say something. The red barrier forms around the obelisk. Looks like Naruto wants to finish Zuko himself. Yosh. Naruto is showing his love, his flames of youth. That sounds wrong on so many levels. You do know that, right? Kakashi shakes his head. A yellow flash dances around Guy and Kakashi. After a few seconds the clone lands next to Guy and Kakashi. Not bad, Guy-sensei. But I have 27. The clone said, winded. Kakashi didn't want to be outdone by a clone. Attack more soldiers. Several minutes the battle raged on. A dozen of firebenders charged towards the obelisk. Oh no, you don't. Water-style water dragon jutsu. The clone poof after the jutsu was casted. The poor firebenders were slammed through a wall. Asuma, Kurenai and Azula. I can't believe Naruto knows that jutsu. What is it? Azula asked. During the invasion of our village that barrier was used against us. My father almost died because of that barrier. Several squads of firebenders reached the roof. Most of them charge Asuma, Kurenai and Azula. Focus on the ones charging. I will handle the ones in the back row. How are you going to do that? Kurenai asked. Azula begun launching several blue fireballs. Kurenai blinks okay then. Asuma pulls out his trench knives and charges the firebenders. He bobs left and right avoiding flames, then slice through a firebender. 4 of them approached Kurenai. She disappears in a whirlwind. Huh? The tree sprung out of the ground and captures the 4 firebenders. What the hell? As they try to get free, Kurenai jumps out of the tree. Azula does a forward flip and touches the tree with her blue flames. Within seconds the firebenders were turned to ash. Azula stands to her feet. Kurenai approached her. Nicely done. Azula grins. You not bad yourself, Kurenai. How? Naruto told me about you. Genjutsu master of Konoha. That was an impressive genjutsu. I like this girl. Kurenai thought. All of a sudden the barrier begun to expand and shatter. Smoke filled the area. Naruto. Azula shouted. Naruto. As the smoke clears, everyone sees Naruto standing there covered in burns. He has a faraway look in his eyes. Zuko was furious at Naruto. You will pay for destroying my relic. Zuko growled. Zuko launched powerful, unnatural green flames at Naruto. Naruto closes his eyes. No. I will not let it end like this. Naruto thought. All of the released spirit energy begun to be absorbed by Naruto. A blinding beam of bluish-white light fills the area. The flames were dispersed by the light. What the hell is going on? Everyone stopped fighting and watched in awe. As the light dies down, Naruto opened his eyes. Instead of his normal blue eyes, they changed. His eyes are glowing in white light. No, it can't be. Zuko said in shock. Xiao's ship docks at a secret base. A woman with short black hair and eyes waits for him. Wearing a lab coat. This better be good. I've been summoned by the Fire Lord. Believe me, Admiral, this is worth the delay. Very well. Leads into Admiral Xiao into a small building at the far end of the base. As a squad of Xiao's soldier past them looks at the Admiral. 3 weeks ago some of your scouts returned with a little girl. She might prove to be the perfect weapon for your army. I doubt it. Ichika giggles. You might be surprised, Admiral. They entered the small building. Inside was a testing range with a firebender, a earth and waterbender. North tribe waits. They salutes the Admiral. Send Momo in. The soldier nods before leaving the room. And Xiao watch for a minute before little girl with short white hair and red eyes enters the training field. Dressed in grey clothes, the little girl walks to the center of the training field. The poor girl trembles as the flames, rocks and water being thrown at her. But when the attacks was 10 feet from the girl, something happened. The flames disperse, the rock fall to the ground, and the water lost of all its power splashed the girl. Instead of sending her flying. Xiao's jaw dropped. Momo has a genetic anomaly that produces a field that could negate bending. I call it the null field. What is the range of this null field? 10 feet, but if Momo's stress level rises, it could expand up to 16 feet. Could negate wind bend as well. From the data, I believe Momo's null field could negate all 4 elements. Xiao grins as he looks at the doctor. Very impressive. I want Momo's memories wiped and her trained. When the Avatar returns, I want her ready. Those yes, Admiral. I am very pleased. First Avatar Seto's relic, now this. You will get more funding. Thank you, Admiral. Time skip, an hour after Zuko won his duel with Xiao. Xiao puts the amulet of Avatar Seto in his pocket as he approached Zuko's quarters. Xiao knocks on the door. Come in. As Xiao enters his quarters, Zuko glares at him. What do you want, Xiao? Xiao sighs before he bows to Zuko. I came to apologize to you, my prince. Zuko's eyes widen. Why? As you know, your father casts a very large shadow. Because of this he demands respect, loyalty and results. I am very aware of that. Zuko rubs the burn scar on his face. I believe both of us can agree, we desire the same thing. To bring our Fire Lord the Avatar. To that end I suggest we combine our forces and lure him into an ambush. Zuko rubs his chin for a moment. It would quell the tension between our crews. Iroh would support this. Zuko thought. Very well, I agree with this suggestion. It might be what we need to capture the Avatar. Zuko turns around to get a map. Xiao grins as he pulls out the amulet of Cedo. He points it at Zuko. It glowed green for a moment as green tendrils comes out of it. Then the tendrils shot toward Zuko and pierced his back. Seconds later the tendrils rips out Zuko's spirit out of his body. Then pulls into the amulet. Xiao grins before cutting his hand. Blood runs on the amulet. A couple of drops of Xiao's blood is Zuko's neck. Sensing what Xiao's desired, the amulet's tendrils begun to pierce both Xiao and Zuko. Xiao's spirit transferred into Zuko. As payment the amulet consumed Xiao's body, turning it into dust. A minute later Zuko gets up and stumbles towards the mirror. It worked. Xiao grins seeing he was now in Zuko's body. Xiao walks over and picks up the amulet. Zuko, you made a mistake, you embraced me in front of my men. From this time, until the end of time you're my prisoner. Xiao leaves and goes to the bridge. Ah, there you are, ready to depart. Iroh smiled. Yes uncle, I am ready. Time skip, the day Aang and Team Avatar was captured. 12 airships of Xiao's elite guard approach the war theater. On board the lead airship was Ichika. She is there for the important briefing. Xiao enters the room. They salute him. Men, today will forever mark our destiny. Today is when the world will see their last hope be crushed beneath our fleet. Lord Zuko. Lord Zuko. Xiao smiles on the inside as the projector starts. The objective of the mission is capturing the Avatar and his team. Phase 1 of the mission will focus sending in waves of soldiers to wear down the Avatar. Periodically each wave will be switch out to rest. While the fresh wave keeps the Avatar and his team on defensive. Phase 2 will begin on the 7th wave. When the Avatar and his team are tired, Arani's will be sent to the battlefield. She will focus on the Avatar while our soldiers focus on his team. With Arani's null field in play our soldiers could capture the Avatar. Any questions? Xiao asked. The soldier raised his hand. My lord. Yes. Xiao asked. With respect my lord, the last time Arani's faced the Avatar she was defeated. Ichika takes a step forward next to Xiao. While her null field is impressive, it does have limits. It can't nullify the more advanced bending like lightning or metal bending. The soldier that asked raised an eyebrow. However, we were able to remove this weakness. Her new armor is made of platinum and other pure metals. And her armor is fully insulated against lightning bending. But these weakness removed, she is able to capture the Avatar. Mission starts within the hour. Dismissed. The soldiers and Chico left leaving Xiao by himself. Xiao sees Zuko's spirit appear before him. Your plan will never work. Zuko glares at Xiao. Oh, you think so? Just wait, I have something special in mind for your sister. How many more must suffer? For your ambitions. Xiao grins until I rule this world. Now back in your cell. Zuko's spirit vanishes into the amulet. Time skip, 7th wave. Aang and his team are tired after pushing back another wave of soldiers. There is no end to them. Aang said trying to catch his breath. How many waves was that now? Sokka asked panting. Azula the only one still standing, barely. That was 6 waves. What is my brother up to? Azula asked. Toph eyes widen when she sensed a familiar void in her seismic sense. Oh no, it was a trap. What are you talking about? Sokka asked. Suki's eyes widen as a young woman with long white hair, red eyes appeared behind Sokka. Wearing a silver armor bodysuit, silver gauntlets, a white belt with pouches, white knee-high boots. Azula glares at Arani's. It's her. The one that killed Iroh and the White Lotus. Azula thought. Toph grins. She wants some more. You would have thought she would learn her lesson after what we done to her last time. Toph thought. Arani strikes Sokka in the back of his neck. The sheer force of the kick killing Sokka instantly. New. Katara and Suki shouted as Sokka's body hits the ground. Suki running on adrenaline charge Arani's. She throws a fury of punches and kicks trying to drive her back. Hai Li and Mai helps Katara to pull Sokka's body away. After Arani's kicks Suki away from her, Toph tries to destroy Arani's armor. To her dismay she could not. Damn it. Her armor is made of platinum. Toph thought. Seeing Toph's react Azula begun to channel energy within her. Toph move. Toph jumps out of the way as Azula fires a lightning bolt from her fingers. The lightning hits Arani's and she started walking towards Azula. This is very bad, they will capture Aang if we don't flee. Azula thought. Azula look at Toph who nods, the two of them tries to keep Erinys busy. Ty Lee and Mai. Get Aang, Katara and Suki out of here. Suki finds the last of her strength joins Azula and Toph. Katara who's still in shock is holding her dead brother in her arms. Mai comes up to Katara and slaps her. I am sorry, Sokka's gone. But you need get to your feet now. Mai look. Ty Lee points to the horizon. Hundreds of Xiao's soldiers are charging in. Damn it, they are coming in for another wave. The 12 airships comes out of the clouds and passes over the wave of soldiers. I have no choice. Aang thought. Aang enters the Avatar state for a second time. He begun to create a powerful tornado. As he was about to push it towards the firebenders, Katara, Toph, Suki, Mai and Ty Lee lands by him. Aang looks over his shoulder as Erinys comes into range of Aang. The tornado begun to lose steam and disperse. Surrender is your only option, Avatar. Aang spins around and jumps back out of the null field. I need to get her away from my team. Aang thought. Aang runs towards the firebenders in an attempt to draw Erinys away. During their first encounter, Aang was able to draw Erinys away, then pull a fast one. They flee with little effort on Aang's part. However, Erinys would not fall for the same trick. She draws her sword from her sheath and walks towards Katara. She picks Katara up by the throat. You have a choice, Avatar. Flee or surrender. I promise you this, if you flee your team will die by my hands. Aang glares at Erinys before his eyes turn back to normal. Several of Xiao's soldiers grabs Aang and puts on platinum shackles on him. And his team. Sokka's body was left there on the battlefield. Time skip 2 years after Aang's death. Xiao enters the room where Erinys was in a coma. The drugs Ichika used to enhance her body is killing her. If one that could be said about Xiao, he was loyal to a very small degree. The ones that had his respect could be counted on one hand. How long before she dies? A day at most. Her null field is already starting to collapse. Xiao pulls out Avatar Seto's amulet. You served me well, Erinys. I have one last mission for you. The amulet absorbs Erinys' body. Was that wise? We don't know if her null field will work. And if it does, what kind of an effect it has on you. Let's find out. Ichika tries to firebend but nothing. As I thought. Xiao grins. Now you try it. Xiao tries to firebend. Damn it. We will need to run tests. Xiao grins. I have an idea. Guards. 2 of Xiao's men enters the room only for their life force to be drained by the amulet. They turn to dust when they hit the ground. What are you doing? Testing out my own theory. Xiao grins as green flames comes out of his hands. Has your flames always been green? No. What could this be? Is this the result of Erinys' null field? Ichika thought. Time skip Xiao's battle with Naruto. Hey Zuko. Want to see a trick? Zuko looks over his shoulder. Huh? Kakashi cuts the rope and frees Azula. As she falls to the ground, Naruto's clone caught her. They disappear in a yellow flash. Now Kurama. Xiao, Naruto and Raizetsu. It appeared that the thousands of people vanished. When Naruto grins, Xiao throws his green flames at him. Naruto was able to flash away to safety. The 3 guards holding him weren't as lucky. The green flames burned away everything except for their bones. When their blackened skeletons hits the ground, they turn to dust. Naruto appeared next to Raizetsu and kills the guards holding her. You up for ending this bastard? Raizetsu grins. Absolutely. Good, he has a lot to answer for. Asuma's team. Azula's watch Naruto and Raizetsu fighting Xiao. Her eyes widen as she sees both Naruto and Raizetsu's flames being dispersed before they hit Xiao. That's impossible. How does my brother have that damn woman's ability, she thought. Azula runs to Naruto's clone. Naruto, you once told me that anything the clone learns, the real one does as well. The clone nods. That's right, it's an ability the shadow clone has. What is wrong? Zuko has an ability I have seen once before. It's an barrier of some kind that negates bending. What? Are you sure? Azula nods. Yes, but there is a weakness. The barrier only works on the basic elements. If you use lightning bending, the barrier won't negate it. Thank you, my love. The clone said as it turns into a puff of smoke. Firebenders reach the roof, causing Asuma to grin. We got company. Obelisk. Naruto begun to use lightning bending to keep Xiao on the defensive. Raizetsu gets behind him to finish him off with her white flames. But like before, they were stopped by the null field. That won't work. Use lightning bending. How did this brat know the null field's weakness? Xiao thought. I can't use it. Damn it, this is going to make this more difficult. Naruto thought. Zuko seeing this had an idea. He projects himself out of the amulet and touch Naruto. He was trying to share his memories, but it didn't work as he planned. Zuko found himself inside of Naruto's mindscape. What are you doing in this place? Kurama roars. To help you. Kurama approached Zuko laughing. I will end you. Any last words? Killing Xiao is all that matters to me. Do what you must, but allow me 20 seconds of your time. Kurama blinks in confusion. Who? I was trying to give my memories to the boy, but I was dragged in here instead. Kurama sensed Zuko was telling the truth. Hold still, brat. Kurama puts his massive paw on Zuko's head and closed his eyes. Images of Zuko's memories filled Kurama's mind. After it was over, Kurama sits down. How interesting. The bastard the kid is fighting is a fake. What is his name again? Xiao. Zuko nods. I wish there was a way to expose him of his crimes. Kurama laughs. There is a way. Spirit realm, Iroh's tea shop. To say Iroh, Mai and Ty Lee were shocked was an understatement. Ah, that makes so much sense now. The Shinigami said. Iroh frowned as he closed his eyes. My nephew, I am so sorry for doubting you. Mai remained silent. How could I not seen it? The man I loved was replaced by that bastard Xiao. Zuko, I am so sorry. Mai thought. Ty Lee runs out of the tea shop. I must tell Aang and the others. They must know the truth. She thought. Obelisk. After avoiding another green flame, Kurama's chakra covered Naruto. Kurama. Don't worry, kid, we have a plan to expose the fake. Kurama said. We? The thousands of civilians and Raizetsu was covered in Kurama's chakra. All of them begun to see Zuko's memories. As well as all of the atrocities Xiao has done while in Zuko's body. Murderer. You killed my daughter. You damn demon. Naruto grins. I am so glad that I'm not on the receiving end of that. Kurama nods in agreement. Xiao's former followers begun to throw things at him, from rotting fruit to trash. After everything I'd done, all of you betray me. Xiao roars as he sends a massive wall of green fire towards the civilians. Multi-shadow clone jutsu. 4 clones appear behind Naruto, the flash away to the 4 corners around the obelisk. A red barrier forms around the obelisk. The flames were stopped at the last possible second. Xiao glares at Naruto. Your days of harming people are over, Xiao. Looks like Naruto wants to finish Zuko himself. Yosh. Naruto is showing his love, his flames of youth. That sounds wrong on so many levels. You do know that, right? Kakashi shakes his head. Naruto throws a kunai with his Hiroshinseel and appers before Xiao. Aang, Katara, Suki, Sokka, Mai, Ty Lee, Zuko, Iroh and the countless others. This is for you, he thought. Using Kai blocking, Naruto makes several strikes in Xiao's arms, shoulders, gut and legs. As Naruto steps back, Raizetsu follows up with a spinning kick. Xiao is sent flying and hits the obelisk that Azula was chained to. Xiao's amulets land several feet in front of him. Kid. Naruto spins around and shoots lightning at the amulet. When the lightning struck, it shatters into multiple fragments. No. What have you done? White energy from the fragment starts to leak out. Millions of white flames appeared around Xiao, Naruto and Raizetsu. One of the flames approaches Raizetsu and changed into a little girl with white hair. You? Big sister Ryu. Xiao glares at Naruto. No. My reign as a god won't end today. He thought. Enough. Xiao shouted. Xiao sends green fire all around him. Naruto flashed next to Raizetsu and used his flames as shield, protecting them. Naruto's flames were hitting Naruto as much as blocking Xiao's flames. The barrier shatters and smoke fill the area. Naruto. Azula screamed. As the smoke clears, everyone sees Naruto standing there covered in burns. He has a faraway look in his eyes. Zuko was furious at Naruto. You will pay for destroying my relic. Zuko growled. Naruto's mindscape. Zuko sighs in relief. It's finally over. All of the souls Xiao trapped are free. Almost. Kurama and Zuko turn to their left and the Shinigami steps out of the shadows. Why are you here, Shinigami-sama? Kurama asked. He pulls out a small bottle from his robes. From what Zuko could tell, it looks like a small white kit. He opens it. Rava. The spirit of light leaves the bottle. The Shinigami summons his staff, spins it around and slams it into Rava. All of the spirit energy begun to be channeled into the Shinigami staff, then directed into Rava. The energy causes the spirit to grow into the size it was before Aang's death. In order for the child of prophecy to complete his destiny, balance is needed. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, you have shown me that you're worthy enough. As of today, you're the first avatar of this new cycle. Rava and Kurama guide him well. The Shinigami approached Kurama and whispered something in his ear. Kurama nods. Yes, I will tell them. Obelisk. No. This cannot be. Xiao said in shock. Raizetsu was in awe seeing Naruto. She heard the legends about the avatar, but she never believed them. An ominous green aura formed around Xiao. The areas that Naruto strikes begun to tear and green flames erupt from them. Kurama uses his chakra to heal Naruto's wounds. Kid, you're becoming tired, you need to end this quickly. Kurama said. This ends now, Xiao. Naruto begun to throw flames at a very impressive rate. Without the null field protecting him, Xiao was losing badly. One of Naruto's flames burns off Xiao's left arm. No. If I am to die, I am taking all of you with me. More tears on Xiao's body appeared, green flames begun to pour out of the wounds. Kid, he is going to blow himself up. Naruto flashed to Raizetsu, follow my lead. Shadow clone jutsu. Over 50 shadow clones appeared and quickly formed a circle around Xiao. All of them begun to bend fire clockwise around Xiao. After a few seconds a fire tornado formed and was getting larger. Both the real Naruto and Raizetsu helped the clones. However, Raizetsu's white flames seemed to have an effect. Kid, it appears that the white flames are absorbing the corrupted flames. Keep it up. Naruto shouted as his leg starts to shake. Naruto, the clones and Raizetsu starts to move closer to Xiao. As the white flames touch Xiao, his body starts to turn into ash. No. I am not to die this day. The last thing he saw was Zuko standing in front of him with a huge grin. Once it was over, Naruto dropped to one knee. Azula, Jiraiya and the others run up to him. As he was falling forward, his eyes returned to normal. Azula caught Naruto and hold him into a tight embrace. You are safe, I am so glad. Naruto said as he closes his eyes. Tears running down her face. Baka. I was so worried. As she looks down, Naruto was asleep and drooling on her bosom. Jiraiya pulls out a notepad, but it was taken away by Kurenai. Kurama appears on Naruto's shoulder. Azula, we need to talk. Later, alright Kurama. Kurama nods as he returns to Naruto's mindscape. Spirit realm. The Shinigami and Zuko were walking towards Iroh's tea shop. The millions of souls that were trapped in Xiao's amulet has been freed. Most of them are in the spirit realm. So, what happens with Momo and me? Thanks to Avatar Naruto, the truth was revealed. Both of you will be allowed to remain in the spirit realm. Momo is with her. I assume Xiao is in a place where he belongs. Zuko asked. Yes. He is currently chained up in the underworld. He will never harm another soul again. Zuko grins at that news. They stopped in front of Iroh's tea shop. Go on. But. Zuko, for once in your life do what you are told. My nephew. Zuko's eyes widen as he looks to see Iroh, Mai, Ty Lee, Aang and the others standing in front of the shop. Guys, Iroh approached Zuko and pulls him into a hug. My boy, I am sorry. Zuko returns the hug. No Iroh, I am sorry. After few minutes, Aang and the others forgiven Zuko. As they celebrated, Aang and Sokka watched the TV. Naruto is sleeping in a hospital bed. Azula sleeping in a chair beside him. You alright with Naruto being the Avatar? Sokka asked. Aang smiles. I am at peace with it. Naruto is the perfect choice to take up the mantle. I hope Naruto will take care of Azula. Katara said as she approached them. Aang smiles. From what I saw of his memories, Naruto keeps his promises. Zuko raises a glass. Everyone a toast to Naruto Uzumaki. The new Avatar and my future brother-in-law. Zuko grinned. Katara, Suki, Mai and Ty Lee giggled. Without him and his partner I would not be here right now. A toast to him and my sister Azula. May their lives be blessed, always. Cheers. Cheers. Island of Whirlpool, hospital. Naruto woken up in a hospital bed a week later. Am I in Konoha? No, you're not. You're still on our island, Avatar Naruto. The nurse smiled. Naruto looks down at his arms, which were free of any restraints. You're not a prisoner, Avatar Naruto. At first, he was confused, then spot Azula next to him. She's sleeping. Naruto runs his hand through her hair. She begun to stir Naruto. My beautiful fire princess. Azula hugs Naruto. You're okay. More or less. What happened after I passed out? Thanks to you and Kurama's effort, the firebenders didn't want to fight anymore. They brought you here for treatment. Did Kurama told you what happened? Azula nods. He shown me Zuko's memories. I am still a little shaken about it. Naruto took her hand. Whatever happens, Azula, both Kurama and I will be there for you. Kurama appeared on Naruto's shoulder. Of course we will. Now you're awake, I have to tell you both something. What? If you're not aware, kid, you're the new Avatar. Because of this, you have more duties to perform. I understand, it's an important duty. Also, the Shinigami decided to keep the Avatar cycle going. Through the Uzumaki and Namikaze clans. Naruto and Azula's eye widen. What? Yes. Because of your training with the lion turtle, you learned the ability to grant bending. The Shinigami wants you to grant all of your future wives bending. Their children will become benders as well. I see. Azula, I would like your opinion on this matter. Azula raised an eyebrow. Really? Naruto nods. You're very important to me, and I value your advice. Azula smiles. Oh really now? I didn't know we became that close. She teased. Naruto looks hurt at that comment. She giggles. I was only playing, Naruto. I have no objections in this matter. Really? I am surprised. Naruto, this kind of thing was common practice in the Fire Nation. Oh, I see. Jiraiya enters the room. You feel better, kid? He smiled. Tired, but I am doing better. But get dressed, the council wished to talk to you. Sounds important. Time skip, nightfall. Azula and Kurenai were enjoying the hot springs. Many of the women in the hot spring was celebrating Xiao's death with sake. Fireworks being launched into the skies. Really? Naruto is letting the firebenders remain on this island. Yes, Naruto didn't want thousands of people to lose their home. So instead, he had a few suggestions. The firebenders will protect the islands of Whirlpool. Form treaties with the land of Wave, the land of Fire and Konoha. Lastly, the fire monks will help train the avatars that follows after Naruto. Kurenai impressed with Naruto's ideas. She leans back to watch the fireworks. Harry search. Kurenai sighs while Azula grins. She looks up in the tree and throws a kunai at Jiraiya. He moved his head to the left. You no match for the Toad Mountain sage. Women screams and runs out of the hot spring. Jiraiya felt killer intent behind him. What did I say I would do if I caught you, pervy sage? A high-pitched scream as the tree overlooking the woman hot spring shakes left to right. Jiraiya tries to escape Naruto but is pulled back into the tree. After several attempts, Jiraiya jumps out of the tree. He bolts down the road. Naruto hops down and chased after Jiraiya. I am sorry. Come back here. I know, you're not sorry. Both Azula and Kurenai alone in the hot spring laughs. Should we stop Naruto? Kurenai asked. No need, Naruto is many things, but he won't kill his perverted godfather. Jiraiya might walk funny for a while though. Since you're here, I want to talk with you, Kurenai. About? Their student, Hinata. Konoha, Tsunade's office. Tsunade sighs in relief after reading Jiraiya's report. Naruto and Azula are safe. Thank goodness. Shizune said. Indeed. After the team leaves a whirlpool, they will make a stop at Wave before coming home. Ino walks into the office with a stack of papers. Here you go, Lady Tsunade, the documents you requested. Thank you, Ino. You may have the day off from training. Ino raised an eyebrow really. You've been working hard in your training. Plus you and your friend had something planned today. Thank you, Lady Tsunade. Ino leaves the office. Tsunade smiles. You're in a good mood. Naruto is safe and I won almost 500 yen. I believe my luck is finally turning around. Shizune giggles. Nah, I don't see that happening. She thought. Naruto's apartment. The apartment complexes that Naruto in is owned by a slumlord. There are several others living there with him. Haku, Karen and Tayuyo among others. Why are we here again? Shikamaru asked. Naruto will be back less than 3 years. I would like for him to come back to a clean home. We owe him at least that much. Given what happened during our last mission, Ino grins. Troublesome. Tell the truth, you're only doing this because you're bored. Kiba laughed. Ino blushed. Asuma and the other sensei haven't returned from their mission. So maybe Ino wants to show Naruto her. Smack. What was that for, Ino? Rock Lee asked. Ino blushed while covering her breast. Baka. I am not showing them to Naruto. Penton giggles. That's not what Rock Lee was going to say. Oh, sorry then. Ino and the rest of the Konoha rookies picks up the cans of paint and cleaning supplies. They start walking to Naruto's home. Inside Naruto's apartment was Haku, who was repairing the sink, again. Tayuya was laying on Naruto's bed reading a girl's manga and eating pretzel sticks. On her ankle an Anbu ankle bracelet. While Mikoto was using Naruto's shower. That hits the spot, that damn slumlord needs to fix the hot water problem. Mikoto thought. Ino was going to pick the lock on Naruto's door, but Hinata lifts up the doormat. There a spare key was hidden. Hinata, how did you know that was there? Niji asked. Lucky guess. She said nervously. Ino rolls her eyes as she opens the door. As they enter Naruto's apartment, they hear the shower running. Damn, that is going to be an expensive water bill. Ino said. Don't worry, I will turn it off. Kiba goes into the bathroom. A few seconds later they hear a scream. Kiba runs out of the bathroom. Mikoto soaked and in a towel chased after him. Get back here, you pervert. I will burn your balls off. She starts throwing fireballs at Kiba. Ino and the others had to move out of the way. Baka. You're going to burn down the apartment with us in it. Ino shouted. The fireball hit the wall, causing a seal to absorb it. What? Haku comes out of the kitchen with a kunai. Hey, keep it down out there. I am trying to read my manga. Haku? Mikoto? What are you doing in Naruto's apartment? Hinata glares at both girls. They better have a damn good reason. She thought. After what happened with Sasuke, I decided to move out of the compound. Just until the heat dies down. Naruto offered to let me use his place until he got back. What about you, Haku? Hinata said in a flat tone. Haku grinned. So you're interested in him as well. Sorry, but Naruto's my master and I won't give him up so easily. She thought. I was fixing Naruto's sink. Mikoto asked for my help. Tayuya comes out of Naruto's bedroom. Keep it down. You're ruining my good mood. What is she doing here? Ino points to Tayuya. Tayuya blush. Well, during the invasion Naruto captured me. Kiba whistles. Naruto, you lucky dog. Ah you while blushing glares at Kiba, anyways he protected me from the council. So, he offered a place to stay, he even promised to help me get rid of this. Ah you points to her curse mark. The door opens and Karen enters the apartment with sacks of food. Here's the food Makoto. Why are you here for? Oh, hey guys. I was shopping for food for Makoto, Haku and me. You live here as well? Hinata asked in an annoyed tone. Karen sensed Hinata's anger. So that's how it is. Two can play at this game. Karen thought. I live across the hall from Naruto. I wanted to make sure Makoto had food. Oh, I see. Hinata smiled. Karen grins. I want Naruto to consider me as a close friend before we rebuild our clan together. What? Hinata and Ino said at the same time. Troublesome. This lucky bastard has a harem. Kiba thought. After a few minutes everyone calms down. That's a good idea to clean up the place. Naruto will be home in a few days. What? I thought he was going to be gone for 3 years. Ino asked. He's coming back for the Chunin exams in 3 weeks. Yuga-sensei told me last night. Perfect. Hinata and Ino thought. Harbor. Jiraiya and his team left this morning by means reverse summoning. While Naruto, Azula decides to go with the firebender envoy. Having Naruto speak on their behalf would make the treaties go more smoothly. Approaching them is Raizetsu, she has a determined on her face. Avatar Naruto, Princess Azula. Hey Raizetsu. It's good to see you're well after what happened. Have you come to see us off? Azula asked. Raizetsu goes down to one knee and holds out white flames in her hands. She offers them to both Naruto and Azula. Because of her lessons Azula knew what Raizetsu was doing. Avatar Naruto Uzumaki, you helped me in avenging my baby sister. You saved my family and my people from that false god. I owe you a debt I will never be able to repay in my lifetime. Please accept this. Are you sure you want to do this Raizetsu? If we go through with this your life would forever change. Naruto asked. I am Naruto-sama. Azula looks at Naruto in surprise. After waking up I decided to brush up on your culture. Naruto accepts Raizetsu's flames as did Azula. They combined it with their own flames. From this day forward my life is your avatar Naruto and Princess Azula. I will follow all of your commands. If Naruto-sama desires it, I will bear his children. Naruto blushes. Let's take one step at a time, I am not ready for that. Lady Azula, I will protect and love your children as if they were my own. I am honored Raizetsu. But please don't be formal with me. I am no longer the Fire Princess. Very well Azula. The firebender envoy approached them. Avatar Naruto, thank you for choosing to help. Not a problem. The captain of the ship approached them ready for departure. Naruto, Azula, Raizetsu and the envoy boards the ship. 2 stops then home. I can't wait to show Konoha my true self. The firebender's ship was 4 hours from Land of Wave. Naruto was meditating in his seat while Azula was teaching Raizetsu how to lightning bend. After completing the last set Azula started to sweat. Let's take a break. Raizetsu walks towards her seat to grab her drink. When she saw Naruto she stopped and watched him. Azula saw this and grinned. So Kurama was right, well then this will make my job easier. Azula thought. Azula walks up to Raizetsu. Like what you see. Raizetsu jump and her face turns red. Lady Azula, it's not what you think. Kurama appers on Naruto's shoulder. Liar. He chuckled. Kurama, what were the emotions you were sensing from Raizetsu? Let's just say, you would blush by the emotions I sensed from her. Raizetsu lowers her head. I am sorry. Don't apologize. Come, let's take a walk. Kurama returned to Naruto's mindscape as Azula and Raizetsu walks away. They walk down the port side of the ship. Sailors pass them as Azula stops holds on a rail. So when did you fall in love with Naruto? When he saved me from Xiao. I watched him being burned by his own flames to protect me. Naruto is a rare type of man that puts others' safety before himself. Indeed, he makes you worry by his actions most of the time. Azula giggles. So true. I've been thinking about this for a while. Because of my brother's memories and your fight with Xiao. I got a clear picture of you. Oh, what is this picture of me? Did you see Azula? You're a loyal, strong and capable woman Raizetsu. Well you decided to become Naruto's servant, you weren't not true to yourself. You figured it out. When I offered you to my flames, my mind was screaming don't do it. Azula giggles. It reminds me of when I fall in love with Naruto. The dragon shot told me my heart was in love with Naruto. But my mind hasn't accepted yet. Raizetsu leans against the railing. What did you do? I took my time with Naruto and got to know him on a personal level. It was only then I accepted what my heart telling me. Now I am giving you the same advice. Take your time. Just like that. Azula nods. Of course. I see. Let's call it quits for today. We will be arriving in Wave in a few hours. So I need to get packed. You want me to help? No, it's alright. Naruto should be finishing his training for the day. Why not use the time to get to know him better? Raizetsu bows to Azula. Thank you Azula for understanding. You're welcome. Azula walks away while Raizetsu stood there considering her next move. Spirit Realm. Naruto waited by the tree for Toph for almost an hour. Where is she? He thought. He looks to the seal on his wrist. I return to the world of the living in just over an hour. Naruto thought. Tired of waiting, Naruto walks down the hill and enters Iroh's tea shop. When he entered, the place was packed with several spirits. A few avatars among them. Ah Naruto, how are you today? Well. Hey Iroh, have you seen Toph? We were to continue my metal bending lessons. But she never shown up. Iroh looks to Zuko cleaning a teapot. Hey Zuko, have you seen Toph? No. Iroh sighs. Sorry my boy, but she has not been in the shop for a while. Naruto frowns. Oh I see, thank you. A woman dressed in green clothing, her face is covered in face paint, stood up. She walks over to Naruto. Toph won't be able to train you for a while, young avatar. She's currently on a walkabout. She asked for me to look after your training. Something must be bothering her. Naruto thought. Do you know metal bending? No, but I can teach you something just as impressive. Really? What style of bending are you going to teach me? Lava bending. Naruto blinked in surprise. Huh? Konoha Council Room. Tsunade. My spies have told me that Akira Terumi, leader of the Mist Resistance, is in Wave. This might be the perfect chance to ally with Kiri. Naruto and Azula will arrive in Land of Wave today. Do you want me to remain in Wave and secure an alliance? Jiraiya. What do you think? Tsunade asked. Helping Kiri would be in our best interest. Kaheru said. Troublesome, stopping a Jinchuriki is no laughing matter. We barely survived the One-Tails during the invasion. Shikaku said. For that reason I'm sending Tenzo, Mikoto Uchiha, Karen Uzumaki and Haku to aid Jiraiya in the mission. A genin team? We should be sending Anbu to help the rebels. Normally I would agree. But? Shikaku asked. Tsunade pulls out a report of the battle between Gaara and Naruto. I will spare you the long-winded version. When Gaara unleashed the One-Tail, Mikoto and Karen was there, using their bloodlines to subdue the One-Tail. Long enough for Naruto to wake up Gaara. It has been done in the past, using the bloodlines of the founding clans to capture the tailed beasts. Inoichi said. I see where this is going. With wood style, the Sharingan and chakra chains, it would play a huge role. Yes, with Tenzo, Mikoto and Karen suppressing three tails so the rebels can capture Yagura. Shikaku grins. Troublesome. The elders hate to admit it, it's a brilliant idea, Tsunade suggested. Anbu fetch, Tenzo, Genin Uchiha, Uzumaki and Yuki. Hi. Naruto's apartment. Mikoto was sharpening her katana. The purple tint to the blade gave it a very unique ripple effect. As she finished cleaning her sword, there's a knock. Mikoto sheathes her sword and walks to the door. As she opens it, Anbu with a falcon mask was standing there. Yes. Lady Tsunade, request your presence in her office. Understood. After the Anbu left, Mikoto puts her sword in Naruto's room. She then leaves the apartment. Team 7 training ground. Karen was standing in the middle of the small lake. 4 chains emerge from her body and begun to go in different directions. Karen lowers her head and clench her teeth as a new chain begun to emerge from her body. Damn, this part is always painful. She thought. As the 5th chain was fully extends and Anbu appeared. Jen and Uzumaki. Karen lost her focus and falls into the lake. Her chains sticking out of the water. Karen sticks her head above the water and glares at the Anbu. The Anbu has a sweat drop. Ahem, the Hokage request your presence for a mission. Understood. She growled. Forest of Death. Haku hops out of bush. Several kunai and senbons flies towards her. Haku deflects them with a small kunai made of ice. This Anko is no joke. I am surprised she wanted to train with me. Haku thought. Ah, is that all you have? Only 10 minutes of fun. Haku looks behind her, no one was there. Come now, it's not fun if the prey is too scared to run. Anko giggled. Several snakes comes out of the shadow and wraps around Haku. Well then, my little mouse, time to eat. Haku grins as she starts to turn to ice. What? Anko feels something sharp pressing against her neck. Haku was standing on Anko's left. This snake and mouse game is over. You got that right. Haku felt something pressing against her stomach. Anko had a kunai in hand. You won't call it a draw? Haku sighed. Very well. Both women lowers their kunai. So why did you wanted me to train with me? An Anbu appers in front of Anko and Haku. Jen and Yuki. Lady Tsunade request your presence. Understood. Haku formed an ice mirror and walks through it. Council room. Tenzo was the first to arrive in Tsunade's office. He looks through the files of the genin on his team. I see why you chosen them. Having both the Sharingan and the chakra chains will be a huge help. Their primary mission is to train Makoto and Karen for the capture. Once the rebels makes their final assault, your team will support them. What about Haku? Because of her knowledge of the region, she will help Jiraiya and Naruto on missions. The boy that defeated Gaara. That will make things interesting. When do we leave for Wave? Within the hour. Understood. Land of Waves, noon. Jiraiya grins. So, we have a deal, Akira Terumi. Sitting across table from Jiraiya is man in his early 40s. Long auburn hair, green eyes and long scar on the right side of his face. Yes. In exchange for Konoha's help, Kiri will form a defense and trade treaties with Konoha. They also have the option of choosing either the Three Tails or several bloodlines. But not both. Jiraiya nods before he shook the Akira's hand. One last thing you should be aware of. Yagura has been getting help from Iwa. Jiraiya raised an eyebrow. Has Hana Rashi shown up in Kiri? No, but I can't rule that out. My force has been spread too thin. I will have my spies look into this. Akira nods. That last thing we need is an alliance between Kiri and Iwa. Jiraiya thought. Jiraiya hears a commotion outside. What is going on? He asked. Both Jiraiya and Akira leaves the tavern as the firebender's ship pulls into the harbor. People were curious to see who was on board. When Naruto got off the ship, he received a hero's welcome. Thank you for the warm welcome. Naruto right on time. Naruto grins. Jiraiya sensei. Who is this boy, Lord Jiraiya? My student Genin Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto, this is Akira Terumi, leader of the Mist Village rebels. Naruto gives Akira a respectful nod. Azula and Raizetsu leaves the ship. He has Raizetsu with him now. I can't wait to learn how that happened. Jiraiya grins. Naruto glares at Jiraiya. Remember what happened a few days ago, pervy sage? Jiraiya coughed. Anyways, Tsunade wants you to help in my mission to help the rebels. A team has been sent from Konoha. They should arrive tomorrow. Very well. Jiraiya sensei, did you get the item I asked for? Jiraiya hands Naruto a small storage scroll. It took me forever to find a skilled smith able to forge those. It wasn't cheap. Why is he making that face for? I was the one that gave him the money for it. Naruto thought. The firebender envoy steps off of the ship. The elderly man was dressed in a white garb. Jiraiya sensei, this is envoy Hashi. Jiraiya shook Hashi's hand. If I may be excused, I need to make arrangements for Azula and Raizetsu. Jiraiya nods. Alright, go ahead. Naruto leads Hashi, Azula and Raizetsu to Tazuna's house. After brief introduction, Naruto let Hashi discuss a treaty with Tazuna. Naruto, wanting to get back to his training with Kaiashi, sits on the floor then taps the seal on his wrist. Naruto's mind goes to the spirit realm. After dinner, Azula helps Tsunami with the dishes. How long have you been with Naruto? Azula blush. How? Tsunami giggles. You chosen Naruto's seat and watched him through most of dinner. I can tell you're with him. I see. Tsunami hands Azula a towel. How did you meet Naruto? It's a long story. Azula sighed. Tsunami grins. We got all night. Following morning. Naruto, Tazuna and Hashi were at the harbor. So, are you pleased with the treaty? Naruto asked. Indeed, I am. The trade agreements and funding will allow Wave grow into a large port city. Hashi shakes Naruto's hand. Both the Whirlpool Republic and I are in your debt, Avatar Naruto. I hope the letter of introduction I wrote will help. Your daimyo will be interested in how I met you though. What should I tell him? The truth. I have nothing to hide. Hashi nods. Very well. Remember, Avatar Naruto, you're always welcome in the Whirlpool Republic. Good to know, thank you Hashi. Naruto said as he bows. Hashi gets on board of his ship and leaves after a few minutes. Naruto and Tazuna walks back to the house. Tazuna's house. As they entered, Kurama sensed the Konoha team. Kit, the team just entered Wave. Kurama said. Thank you. Naruto goes up to his room. Azula and Raizetsu finish changing. He knocks. Yes. It's me, Azula. Come in. Naruto approached them. Sorry I have to part ways, this mission is important. Azula hugs Naruto. I know. Just be careful. I always am, Azula. Kurama appears on Naruto's shoulder. Kit, you're such a liar. He laughed. Azula and Raizetsu giggles. Azula leans forward and whispering something in Kurama's ear. How interesting. Alright, I will let you know what I find out. Good. Care to fill me in, Azula? Azula smirks. No. She then grabs Naruto by the collar and kiss him. Once the kiss was over, Naruto summons a shadow clone. The clone will take you to Konoha. I will try to get the mission done with as soon possible. I know. Is there anything else I should know before we part ways? Not offhand. I told you everything I am aware of. Alright, ready Raizetsu? After she nods, the clone touched Azula and Raizetsu's shoulder. All three of them disappeared in a yellow flash. So, care to tell me what Azula told you? No. Kurama said in amusement. I didn't know you're on Team Fire Princess now. What happened with Team Kitsune? Kit, I don't pick sides. Besides, it's not balanced. Kurama smirked. Oh great, he's doing Avatar jokes. Naruto thought. When Naruto comes down the stairs, the team was in the living room. Jiraiya was talking to Tenzo. Naruto, this is Tenzo. He's the Jonin sensei for Mikoto and her team. Naruto shakes Tenzo's hand. Nice to meet you. Tenzo sensei. Akira enters the house. Good, the team is finally here. If we hurry, we could reach my base in 6 days. Naruto received memories of a shadow clone. No need. Akira raised an eyebrow as Naruto raised a hand. Jiraiya, I took the liberty to send a shadow clone ahead. It will save us time. Jiraiya grins. Good thinking, kid. Everyone, you will need to touch Naruto or you will be left behind. Everyone looks confused but did what they were told. A moment later everyone disappeared in a yellow flash. Mist, 20 miles east of Kiri. The area Naruto chosen was full of mist. Karen, who was going to say something but she started throwing up. Yeah, sorry about that. Tenzo's eyes widened. Naruto, was that my father's jutsu? Yes. Incredible, he was able to recreate Lord Fourth's jutsu. He's not even 20 yet. How strong is Naruto? Tenzo thought. Akira looks at Naruto. That was Minato Namikaze's legendary Hiraishin. Then that would mean, Akira thought. Come this way. It would be best to get there before dark. How could you tell? There is so much mist I wouldn't be able to tell it's night or not. Mikoto asked. Haku looks at Mikoto. Trust me, I lived here for years and I still can't tell when the sun sets. Akira looks over at Haku. Is she a survivor of the blood purge? He thought. Agura's office. Agura looks out at Kiri from his office window. You mean to tell me that Akira was able to slip through your fingers? Agura looks to his 7 swordsmen. You're the best warriors of Kiri. The group of Iwa were listening to Agura chewing out his ninja. Rashi, your team's orders are to weaken both sides of Kiri. When our army arrives, you will capture Agura. While Han and the army takes Kiri. Inoki's order echoes in Rashi's mind. Once we have Kiri, we can then move to destroy Konoha and Suna. Only 6 more days before the army gets here. Rashi thought. Rashi, how long will it take you to eliminate the rebels? Agura asked. Not long, by the end of the week the problem will be removed. Good. Mairi Ringo glares at Rashi. Agura is a fool for bringing Iwa into this. I'm going to keep a very close eye on that one. She thought. Rebel hideout. After almost an hour, Akira and the team finally reached their objective. Akira's base is an old fortress from the first Great Ninja War. Akira leads the team to the command center. Many of the people within were busy. Some were keeping tabs on teams in the field, while others were focused on intel gathering. 2 people approached them. One was a middle-aged man with eye patch over his right eye. The other is a young woman with long auburn hair and green eyes, wearing a long-sleeved dark blue dress. When Naruto saw the young woman, he blushed. Oh, you like this one? Kurama teased. Shut up, furball. Naruto thought. Oh, and May, this is the team Konoha sent to aid us. Lord Jiraiya, this my second in command, Ao, and my daughter May. Lord Jiraiya. Oa said. May just nods before she looks at Naruto. She's going to be a problem. Mikoto, Haku and Karen thought. Before we begin, May show the Konoha genin to their rooms. I need to have a discussion with Jiraiya and the team leader. May nods this way. She leads Naruto, Mikoto, Haku and Karen out of the room. Akira looks to the map. So how will the Konoha team will help us? Many eyes were on Tenzo and Jiraiya. Tenzo steps forward. My team will focus on training for the final battle. When you decide to make the final push, my team will subdue Agura. While you capture him. Akira raised an eyebrow. How? Tenzo summons a small tree. You have wood style? Ao asked. Yes. Mikoto Uchiha has the Sharingan and Karen Uzumaki has the adamantine chains. During the invasion the One-Tail tried to destroy Konoha. Mikoto and Karen subdue the One-Tail with their Kekkei Genkai. This allowed Naruto Uzumaki to stop Gaara. Impressive, this might work. Akira thought. So your team will be focusing on dealing with Yagura's tailed beast? Yes. This will allow you and your soldiers focus on capturing him. What about the other 2? They will assist your teams when you need them. Haku lived in the region so she knows the area. As for Naruto, he's Lord Jiraiya's student. How skilled is your student, Lord Jiraiya? Ao asked. Jiraiya has a sweat drop. He will surprise you. Not surprised, he's the son of Minato Namikaze after all. Akira grins. Oh crap, he figured out Naruto used the Hiraishin. Jiraiya thought. Immediately the morale of Akira's men improved. The son of the yellow flash. We are going to be okay. Back to work, people. I will assign them to May's team. Fortress halls. May and the others pass through the hallway. Naruto sees many wounded people. He stops walking for a second. Mikoto bumps into Naruto. Something wrong? She asked. How many injured do you have? May turns around. Too many, the healers we have were injured during an ambush. If I heal the healers it would be a huge help. He thought. May, would you mind if I treat the healers? May raised an eyebrow. You know medical jutsu. No, but I do know a healing technique. Very well. This I got to see. May, Mikoto, Haku and Karen thought. Shadow clone jutsu. Then clones appeared. May, is that lake we passed the source of the fortress drinking water? No, the water supply is a large underground river. Good. Balcony. Akira decides to take Jiraiya and Tenzo outside for a break. Oa joins them on the balcony. Now that the details are done we could finally. Akira spots a clone of Naruto leaving the fortress. What is he doing? Akira thought. Jiraiya and Tenzo sees him as well. Naruto? Tenzo asked. A shadow clone on a lower balcony. Wave. Alright, send the water up. The clone shouted. The clone nods as he starts water bending the water in the lake. After 20 seconds the clone shoots the water towards the clone on the balcony. What the hell? Akira shouted. The clone of the balcony bends the water through the doorway. The clones waiting in the hallway channels the water into the infirmary. Akira and the other enters the infirmary. 2 shadow clones were keeping the water from the lake in a sphere. 2 Kiri shinobi puts a badly burned man into a metal tube. Most of the burns were on the man's hands, arms and back. Do you think this boy could heal Liger's hands? If not, we will have to remove them. Infection started to set in. So this boy is my last hope to remain whole, Liger thought. Naruto approached him. For me to treat your burns, you will need to remain in the tube. I can't tell you if you will pain from this. Did I barely feel anything from the burned areas as it is? Alright then, let's begin. Naruto started to bend the water into the tube to fill. This a weird sensation. Liger thought. Once the water was up to his neck, Naruto begun to wave his hands and arms in a strange motion. The water begun to glow as an energy wave ripples through the water. To Liger's amazement, the burns begun to heal. It's working. He thought. After 30 minutes Naruto was finished. Liger in shock, he sits up in the tube and stares at his hands. Many are amazed that Liger's burns were gone. Liger looks at Naruto. Thank you. What's your name? Naruto. Uzumaki. I am in your debt, Naruto. Uzumaki. Liger gets out of the tube. All of the other burns were gone. Akira approached Naruto. Thank you, Naruto. How did you do that? It's a technique a master of mine taught me. If Katara was here, she would have healed him faster than me. Naruto thought. I will heal the healers and the worst cases. The healers could handle less severe patients. Thank you. Naruto spent hours healing people. It was almost 1 AM by the time he finished. Mikoto comes with a plate of warm food. Here you go, Naruto. Oh, thank you, Miko-chan. Mikoto blushed hearing her old pet name Naruto gave her. Naruto starts eating his dinner. So how did it go? Pretty well. Can I ask you something? Of course. Are you feeling alright? Mikoto raised an eyebrow. I am fine. Why do you ask? Well, I took a small break around 4. I saw you having problems fighting Tenzo. Flashback. Naruto finished healing the last healer. He decides to take a small break. Hopefully I can finish soon. Clang. Naruto looks down seeing Tenzo training with. Mikoto with her 3 Tomo Sharingans activate charge Tenzo. She thrown down the kunai, then draws her katana. Blood begun to seep out of the blade. Kenjutsu Uchiha style, Blood Raven. As Mikoto does a slices the air, the blood drops transform into ravens and flies towards Tenzo. Wood style Wood Dome. While Tenzo was in the dome, Mikoto rushes to free Karen, who has trapped inside a wooden box with bars. Once free they tried to capture Tenzo, but with his experience, it was only a matter of time. Damn it. I will have to use it then. Mikoto thought. Mikoto closes her eyes as she begun to morph her Sharingan into the Manjikyu Sharingan. Different images begun to fill Mikoto's mind. Of her clan being massacred, Itachi killing her parents in front of Sasuke and her. Sasuke going insane and piercing Naruto with the Chidori while he protect Ino. Mikoto's eyes returned to normal. No. Tenzo captured her in the wooden cage. That's enough for today. Naruto goes back inside of the fortress. Flashback ends. Mikoto's head was on Naruto's lap. She looks at the metal tube in front of them. Naruto is slowly stroking her hair, trying to calm her down. I see. When did you unlock your Manjikyu? When I saw Sasuke tried to kill you and Ino. All of the emotions I felt overwhelmed me. Naruto sighs. I am sorry, I should been able to stop the team from leaving. I am not worried about that. Naruto looks down at Mikoto. Then, what are you afraid of, Miko-chan? That I might become like Itachi and Sasuke. Naruto smiles. You will never be like them. Miko-chan. She turns her head and looks up at Naruto. He could see tears in her eyes. What do you mean? We saw how the Sharingan changed them. It was a decision that set them down Madara's path. All of us has light and darkness within us, Mikoto. What matters is how we act with our choices. Mikoto remained silent. Since you're here, I have something for you. Naruto reaches for his bag and pulls out several small scrolls. The scrolls has an Uzumaki swirl with 2 cross swords for an emblem. What are those? Uzumaki Kenjutsu scrolls. Makoto raised an eyebrow. Kenjutsu? Naruto chuckled. Hey now, my clan is known for more than just the sealing art. Maiko-chan. I don't know Naruto, I am not an Uzumaki. Makoto's eyes widen as the wrong idea poked in her head. Wait. Is this his way of asking me to marrying him? She thought. Makoto begun to go beet red as she stands up. Makoto. While holding the scrolls to her breast, she backs up to the doorway. I will consider it. Makoto said before running out the infirmary. What was that all about? Kurama appears on Naruto's shoulder. What are you smirking about? Nothing. He chuckled. I will need to tell Azula about this. I think she will have no issue with Makoto. She's almost as loyal to Naruto as Azula is. He thought. Sensing they have a visitor, Kurama returns to Naruto's mindscape. I assume you pleased with this outcome? Tenzo-sensei. Naruto looks to the doorway. I am. Does Lady Tsunade knows about the fox being freed? She does. Jiraiya and a few Jonins knows as well. Very well, I will keep a close eye on you going forward. I don't want the fox to influence you too much. No need, he's harmless as a kitten. I dare you to say that to my face. Kurama growled. Naruto has a sweat drop as he nervously chuckles. Hey, this gives me an idea. Kurama, can you mimic the 3 tails? In both appearance and abilities? Kurama appears on Naruto's shoulder. Yes. Tenzo-sensei, maybe we can give your team a trial run. It would help. Alright, tomorrow at first light. Iron Country, following morning. One of Jiraiya's spies in Iron Country sent an urgent request for a meeting. Jiraiya has a bad feeling about this. He enters a dojo of the Iron Clan. The samurai apprentice leads Jiraiya to her master. Master Ken. Lord Jiraiya is here to see you. Ken pours some tea. Very well. You may leave Faye. Faye bows before she resumes her training. Well, you're doing well since the last time I saw you. Jiraiya, enough banter. This is very serious. Ken hands Jiraiya some tea. Thank you. So where's the fire? It's coming. 3 days ago 2 of my students returned from a mission. During their report they told me some news I never thought would hear again. Oh really? What news? Jiraiya said as he drank his tea. Han is leading Iowa's main army. They're on the move. Jiraiya spits out his tea. You can't be serious. He coughed. Ken pulls out a map. My students saw them in this region. Ken pointed on the map. This is very bad. Jiraiya thought. From what I could tell, they are planning on attack either Suna, Land of Wave, or Kiri. Suna would be their best. One last thing you should be aware of. Yagura has been getting help from Iowa. Akira's voice echoed in Jiraiya's mind. Oh no. What? Iowa is going to capture Kiri. From there they can attack both Suna and Konoha. How long before the army arrives? Less than 4 days by their rate of travel. Jiraiya stands up. Thank you for the warning, Ken, I owe you a huge debt. Jiraiya reverse summons himself. Kiri's underground tunnels. Mei, Naruto and Haku were traveling under Kiri. There has been a development. Someone within Kiri wants to defect. The person claims they has proof of a pending threat to Kiri. Mei, take Naruto and Haku with you. Check this out. If things go south, Naruto, get your team out using the Harem. Akira's orders echo in Mei's mind. Haku lead them through a maze of underground tunnels. Every so often Naruto placed level 9 seals on a wall. Kid, I am sensing one of my siblings. Kurama said. Are you sure? Yes, by the chakra I believe it's Son Goku. Kurama said. The 4 tails. This is bad. Naruto thought. As they reached the meeting point, Mei raised her hand. Both Naruto and Haku stopped. Come out. Mei Ringo walks out of the shadows. Mei's eye widen. You got to be kidding me. It has been a while, Mei. She draws her swords and lays them at her feet. She approached Mei. Tell me, why do you want to defect to the rebels? I am a loyal Kunoichi of Kiri. You have a funny way of showing it. If I wasn't loyal, I would let Iowa take Kiri. Mei raised an eyebrow. What are you talking about? I didn't trust that man from Iowa. Is this person named Rashi? Mei raised an eyebrow at Naruto. How? It doesn't matter. Late last night he talked with an Iowa shinobi squad I never seen before. They talked about their battle plan to weaken both sides of Kiri. Once the main army arrives, Rashi will capture Yagura. Why? Mei asked. Kurama sensed chakra signatures approaching Naruto and his team. Kid, we need to leave. I am sensing many chakra signatures approaching us. One of them is Son Goku. Kurama said. An explosion happens between Mei and Mei. Rashi walks through the hole. Because it for the good of Iwagakure. Fortress Infirmary. When news of Mei's team returned, Akira gone the infirmary to see if they were alright. Besides Naruto, the rest of the team was in good shape. Father. Mei hugs Akira. What happened? Mei approached them. What? You're the defector. It has been a while, Akira Terumi. Adarashi of Iowa attacked my team while we were talking with Amayuri. Why would he do that? I thought you guys were on the same side. No, we never were on the same side. Iowa plans to take Kiri from us. What? Jiraiya enters the infirmary. She speaks the truth, Akira. My spies have told me that Iowa's main army is going to assault Kiri and take it. The army will be here in less than 4 days. Akira leaves the room to warn his people. Liger approached the group. Liger, how's Naruto? He's in a coma at the moment. The fox is doing his best to heal the damage done to him. Mei started crying, damn it Naruto, it should have been me in a coma, not you. Spirit Realm, Iroh's tea shop. Iroh finished making a fresh pot of tea. He gets up from the table and approached Aang. Crash. Naruto smashed through the ceiling and bounced off the table. Ouch. He moans as he tries to get to his feet. Iroh, Aang and Katara runs to check on Naruto. You alright? Aang asked. Katara starts to heal him with her healing technique. Where? You're in my tea shop, Naruto. Though next time I would prefer you use the door. How did I get here? I was in Kiri's tunnels. The Shinigami appeared before them. I brought you here, Naruto Uzumaki. Why? The first storm approaches and you're nowhere near ready. Aang, fetch Avatar Yuruchi and your team. Have them go to the well. Aang nods before he leaves the tea shop. I don't understand. I accepted my role as the Avatar. Yes, you have, but you also denied an important part of yourself. You're unbalanced now. You won't be able to enter the Avatar state in your current condition. How do I restore my balance? There are some people I would like you to meet. With the tap of his staff, the Shinigami, Naruto and Katara disappeared. Konoha, council room. The Shinobi council arrived in quick order. All of them have a bad feeling something is going to happen. Glad you all could make it. What is this meeting about, Lady Tsunade? Tsum asked. Jiraiya has informed me that Iwagakure has mobilized their main army. Troublesome. Any idea what is the objective of the army? Shikaku asked. Thanks to Jiraiya's spy we learned they plan to take Kiri. The army will arrive in less than 4 days. Troublesome. If Iwa is able to capture Kiri, they will be able to attack both Konoha and Suna. Inoichi said. During a retrieval mission, Naruto was ambushed by Arashi and was injured while he protects his team. How bad? Inoichi asked. He's in a coma. To prevent Iwa from capturing him, Jiraiya sent him back to Konoha. A wise move. Currently Ino is treating Naruto. Konoha Hospital. Ino changed the IV for Naruto, but stops to look at him. Once again, I failed to protect my childhood friends. She thought. Ino bends down and kisses him on the forehead. I am so sorry Naruto, I wasn't there for you again. No more. I will make sure you get through this. I will remain by your side always. Azula coughed, causing Ino to jump. With a blush on her face, she glares at Azula. Hey. No visitors. That doesn't apply to me. Lady Tsunade gave me permission to be here for Naruto. Oh, I am sorry. Azula sighs. It's alright, how is Naruto? Spirit Realm. Naruto was in awe seeing a large village before him. In many ways the location reminded him of Whirlpool. An old man approached them. Ah, Shinigami-sama, have you come for more tea? Not today, Benimaru. I brought you an important visitor. Kushina's son Naruto. Benimaru's jaw dropped. You're Kushina's son? Yes, I am Naruto Uzumaki. Benimaru hugs Naruto. My grandson. I am Benimaru Uzumaki, former leader of the Uzumaki clan. Can we get to the matter at hand, please? The woman with porcelain skin, long black hair, black eyes approached the group. She wears a wide oriental hat and robes of a shrine maiden. On the back of her robes were the kanji for fire, wind, water and earth. Naruto, this is Avatar Yuruchi. Katara has stars in her eyes. It's such an honor to meet you, Lady Yuruchi. Yuruchi giggles. Thank you, child. Are you a waterbender as well? Katara bows. I am. Maybe after Naruto's training is over, I could teach you some of my styles. I would be honored. Wow, Katara is starstruck. How powerful is Yuruchi? Naruto asked. Aang and his team arrives. From the stories I was told, Avatar Yuruchi was greatly feared and respected. Her strategic mind brought armies low, far more than her bending abilities ever could. I don't believe she used the Avatar state once during her entire life. Zuko said. Naruto whistled. That's incredible. Yuruchi approached Naruto and looks into his eyes. Naruto turned white under Yuruchi's gaze. It feels like she is staring into my soul. He thought nervously. I see, you were right to bring him to me, Shinigami-sama. Your training will begin at once. Only when you are able to enter the Avatar state your training will end. Naruto stood in front of Aang, Katara, Toph, Suki, Mai, Tylese, Zuko and Yuruchi. Before we begin, here are the rules for your training. Bending, chakra and weapons are allowed. Makes sense, considering the team I am up against. Naruto thought. He won't start out using his chakra. He will focus on bending. It might take him a while before he uses both bending and chakra in battle. Only then, the balance in him will be restored. Yoruichi thought. Begin. Then Maru decides to watch the match under his favorite tree. He pours the Shinigami a cup. Thank you. Shinigami, I have a question. Is my daughter still alive? What makes you say that? If she was dead, she would be here with her clan. A very good point. Benimaru smiles. Does Naruto know? Not yet. Benimaru sighs as he watches Naruto get clobbered by a combined attack from Zuko, Mai and Ty Lee. That's going to leave a mark. Fortress Day that Iwa army arrives. Leaving the options open to them, Akira decides to make his stand for his people. If this was their last day, so be it. Tenzo's team goes through the plan again. So, we are going through with the capture? Mikoto asked. Yes, it would be our best option. We can't let Iwa gain the 3 tails. Then they would have 3 Jinchuriki. We can't allow that. What does Akira thinks of this idea, sensei? Haku asked. It was his idea. Get ready, we leave in 10 minutes. May approached Mikoto and the team. I want to thank you for the help you have given to the rebels. Mikoto nods. Anytime. Would you remain in Kiri when the army arrives? Yes, I chosen to remain by my father's side. Until the end. Mikoto has a sad smile. Shame, I was hoping you would come with us. I would have loved to see the look on your face when I claimed Naruto. May grins. Oh really? Team, let's go. Tenzo ordered. Mikoto picks up her katana and leaves the room. Spirit Realm. It was down to just Yoruichi and Naruto. Holding a 3-pronged kunai in his right hand, he has come a long way in a short amount of time. I figured it would take at least 12 rounds. He does it in 4. Impressive. Yoruichi thought. Before we end this, I wanted to say thank you, Master Yoruichi. You sound like you're going to win. Naruto grins. Am I? He disappeared in a yellow flash. He appears to the Yoruichi's left as he forms a Rasengan in his hand. Yoruichi forms a wall of water blocking Naruto from hitting her. Damn it, we only fought 4 times, and she's always one step ahead of me. Maybe Zuko is right. But how do I outsmart a genius? Wait, I know. Naruto thought. Shadow Clone Jutsu. 7 shadow clones appeared. Very clever, Naruto, but it won't be enough. Yoruichi thought. The area around Yoruichi started to get cold. The water on the ground around her starts to turn into ice. Katara has stars in her eyes. She's going to use it. What? Aang asked. There was one story that caught my attention. Yoruichi is known for one more thing. Her ice bending. Zuko said. The clones begun charging in. Yoruichi sends ice spikes at the clones. Naruto closed his eyes. The Shinigami was right. After I become the Avatar, I stopped using my normal chakra abilities in combat. No more. I am both a bender and a chakra user. If I want to bring balance to the world, I must first start with myself. He thought. As Naruto opens his eyes, he goes into the Avatar state. He finally did it. Ty Lee cheered. 2 clones left. Naruto forms a Rasengan, then started channeling his wind chakra into it. A loud buzzsaw sound filled the area. Rasen Shuriken. After Naruto thrown the Rasen Shuriken, he begun to use wind bending to guide it in. As Yoruichi destroys the last clone, she is hit by the Rasen Shuriken. She is sent flying into a tree. As Naruto sighs, his eyes return to normal. The Shinigami appeared next to Naruto. Nicely done, Naruto. Thank you, Shinigami-sama. Yoruichi hops out of the tree she landed in. Now in her spirit form, she approached Naruto and put a hand on his shoulder. Nicely done. Thank you, Master Yoruichi. 10 minutes later, Naruto prepares to return to the real world. How much time before the Iwa's army will hit Kiri? They are already begun their assault on Kiri. I don't have much time then. Then Maru approached Naruto. The Uzumaki will live on in you and your children. For that I have a gift for you, Naruto. He hands a tanto to Naruto. He draws the sword from its sheath. The blade has a silver-white color. The handle has several seals engraved into it. The blade is made of a special metal found only in the spirit realm. It will allow you to bend elements regardless of it being chakra or bending base. Thank you, grandfather. I will use it well. Then Maru hugs Naruto one last time before he returns to the land of the living. Kiri battlefield. 10 minutes later. Jiraiya and his toad were sent flying. Rashi covered in his lava charka mode. This is the end for you. As Rashi was about to end Jiraiya, Naruto appears on the battlefield. Using earth bending is able to knock Rashi back a few steps. Naruto lands between Jiraiya and Rashi. Wearing his father's cloak, Naruto stands up. Rashi sees the cloak and the 3-pronged kunai in Naruto's hand. Rashi takes a step back. No, you can't be alive. Jiraiya coughs up blood. Minato. Naruto glares at Rashi. Round 2, you bastard. He growls. End chapter. So this part ends here. If you want to see next part of this series, like the video now and share the story with your friends. Bye bye.